Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Psyche here, and today we're going to be streaming another rank session with your boy, Psyche. Well, just kidding. It's just me, no Miki. And we're going to be playing rank session. I don't think we're going to be playing anything specific today, anything I want to. I don't feel like playing Archer the whole session. Maybe I'll play her like one time. But you know, you gotta feel like failing, and today I don't feel like failing. Today we're feeling like doing good kites. Good, amazing kites. If we even get chased, that is. We might not even get chased. So we'll see what happens. Alright guys, welcome to stream, everybody. We got Oka, Ricardo, Sue, Mika, Vivi with hashtag Vivi. Hello Vivi, what's up? I don't think I've seen you before here. Who else we got? Mika. Imagine I saw you before and now I'm just saying this again, I don't remember. Gus, welcome. Maxi with the profile picture. What's up, Maxi? Nothing. The Chisme is not that interesting, guys. Although later it is, because Ellie thinks... Oh, what is it called? What is it called again? Salt and vinegar chips are the best. Ellie thinks salt and vinegar chips are the best. I cannot believe that. But we'll talk about that later. Hold up, what do I want to play? This team really needs a rescuer. I haven't played Mercenary in a long time. You know, you caught me. Guys, you caught me. Mercenary is actually a little fun to me. Me saying I hate Mercenary, actually not totally true. I actually do kind of have fun elbow padding around. I mean, who's gonna elbow pad like Psyche? Dude, I'm the what is it even called? I'm the, not the explorer, I'm like the pioneer. There we go. The pioneer. It's like pine cones, but pioneer. Dude, I'm like the pioneer of mercenary elbow pads. Come on, dude. Who doesn't want to see a good mercenary elbow pad? And then I'm going to get like one elbow pad that gets me no distance. Watch. It's going to happen. Watch. Sometimes I've had the game not lag at all, and it just gives me 0 distance. I've had that before. It was super rare. I think it's happened like 2 or 3 times to me ever. But one time my elbow pad, I got nothing. It was just an animation. It was funny. There was another time where I actually elbow pad and I got double the distance I was supposed to get. I just went like from one corner of the map to halfway inside the map. That was great. Okay. Psyche's full of energy today. It's actually not really true because I just woke up from a nap. That's why the messy hair. But anyway. Hunter, I think, spawned. Where'd he spawn? They spawned in front of the gate, right? Well, I hope they spawn in front of the gate because I'm... Oh, God! Hopefully they spawn in front of the gate. What is it, Gamekeeper? Should I be shaking my boots right now? Oh. No, I'm not shaking. It's just Feaster. I'm kind of, what's it called? I'm a little bit rusty. Why am I even at that garbage pallet? I don't know why. I'm just there now. Well, Archer has something to say about taking free hits. You know, I thought I was doing that, guys. Come on. Okay, let's stop with that. Guys, I heard... Well, first let's start with the IDV news. I heard that apparently there's going to be map balance changes. Okay, so you guys all know balance changes. You know, balance changes, they come around every 6 months. I love making fun of them and how they come out every 6 months. And every 6 months, they're basically worthless. They don't change anything. If anything, it's like, okay guys, since you kept bothering us, here's a tiny nerf from NetEase to nerf Priestess. Guys, 10% shorter stun time. Wow! Isn't that a deal? Oh no! Mercenary needs to go 5% long. Oh no, the coding is actually a big deal. Mercenary needs to heal 5% longer for each hit. Oh no, what are we gonna do? It's such a big deal. You know, stuff that either the devs know aren't gonna change anything, or they're completely blind to it. Like maybe they really do believe that healing would change something, which by the way, it's not, because healing is not a very important part of the game. In Dead by Daylight, it definitely is. Ah! Whew, I don't like playing Mercenary. Something reminded me that I really don't like playing Mercenary. Well, I think we're in trouble, guys. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to prevent a double hit. Besides just running away, which we actually managed to run away. Thank you, Rescue Letter. It actually kind of helped me there. Helped me get off the chair a little bit sooner because I rescue faster. So let's just let this man pass. Let the man pass. Hold up. Tentacle gonna spawn. There you go. So every time someone gets knocked down, a tentacle spawns. And if you have tide turn, then it waits until tide turn reaches 0 and then a tentacle spawns. How does the tentacle spawning work? That is actually very easy to know. All you need to know about the tentacle spawning is that if you're running or walking or crouching, I guess even, as long as you're moving, it spawns the tentacle in front of you, okay? A couple meters in front of you. If you're standing still, it spawns it on top of you. So if you guys are a rescuer and, I don't know, the freester put like full presence on you, full presence mark on you, and then he's waiting for the person off chair to go down, then he's going to use the full presence, he's going to hit you. And a lot of people die like that or take... Why? Why would you do that? Just walk away from it. We could have just walked away from it. That's not real. That's no way this is a real player who would actually do that in a real match, right, guys? Anyway. Please, is this where our abilities are being used when I'm not watching? Like, holy crap. But anyway. I'm over here risking my life with these amazing owl pads, and I just see someone just destroy a tentacle that had nothing to do. Is he going to... What is this plan? Is he gonna... What is he scared of? That tentacle's not even, like, in front of the, in front of like the narrow wall, so it's not like the feaster can even use it if you go around the corner of it. Unless he has full presence, I guess. But then just don't kite there. It's not that important of an area. Our sector has so many good areas to use. I don't get it. Anyway, it's not even blocking the good palette either, as long as you cover on the right side. Well, she's still alive, so even with one less stick, so that's nice. Anyway, so apparently Arms Factory and Hospital is actually getting nerfed. So this is what I was trying to get at. These nerfs are usually to characters. And when they actually add map changes, these are probably the biggest changes in the game. They make a difference for every single survivor and every single hunter, which is very important. So I don't know what the changes are yet, but I'm gonna theorize, because I'm a theorist. A game theorist. That's what it is about. Thanks for watching. Anyway, my theory is that they're actually gonna nerf... It said strong palettes. It said they will nerf strong palette areas on this map. So I'm assuming that they're talking about specifically palettes. You know, that would make sense. So I've been thinking about it a little bit, and I'm like, you know, a lot of people, I think Walmart has told me this, or someone, maybe Pinto, I don't remember who told me this. Someone thinks, one of them, maybe even both of them, prefer to kite here, at this area that I'm looking at right now. They prefer to kite there than actually factory. That sometimes they feel that actually factory is even better. Alright, I guess that simplifies it. She still had stick to do that one destruction, which again, I'm body blocking unless it goes for Postman. As long whoever's closest, that's who the tentacle goes for. But anyway, so it shouldn't even go for Postman. But anyway, so I'm theorizing that they're actually going to nerf the pallet area next to that gate, which is a little bit scary because it is a pretty good area. It is a pretty safe area. Sometimes it is better than factory. It's true. Maybe even a lot of times. I don't know. Is it? I don't know. It's hard for me to say. I feel like it's not because of a different reason that has nothing to do with actually kiting there, and that is the ability to reach it. That's why I actually don't feel the front gate area is as strong. Because it's really hard to reach that area. Like, how are you going to reach that area? There's no real way to reach it. The forest area, where you take a window boost from forest to that area, is the only way I can think of. The other way is factory. Every once in a while, if hunter's really far away and you got a window boost at the right window at factory, you could take it all the way across the map to the front gate. Well, not across the map, but like from one corner to the other. You can host. But I have a feeling that they're going to nerf that area, and it is a pretty strong area. One of the advantages was that, you know, you got 2 free pallets. They could just destroy immediately or drop immediately, and there's nothing the hunter can do about it. The hunter just has to destroy them. And the thing is, it lasts even longer because you got all those windows. So survivors who know how to utilize the windows there make those pallets last so long. Every single time they pass that pallet, the hunter has to second guess themselves. Are they standing at this pallet? Do I have to slow down? Do I want to go around? Should I hope that they're not watching their back? Any good survivor who's doing all those things to mind game the hunter, like making sure they're watching their back, making sure they're not wasting the pallet when they don't need to. Of course, a good hunter will probably know when you're going to use the pallet, so they might just risk walking through, but that doesn't change the fact that they still have to guess. Are you there or are you not there? And, you know, maybe they'll look at your name and figure, okay, Psyche probably is not going to drop this pallet this early because he knows he can make the window. But other hunters will not be so aware. They might think you're at the pallet, they'll swing, you're already at the next window, right? And that's how you make those area last so long. So I'm a little bit worried they're actually going to remove one of the areas. One of the pallets. One of the areas. The whole area is gone. One of the pallets. Like the whole window plus pallet wall is gone. But anyway. They could sense you meanwhile. And this is just some guy who's banning all the rescuers for literally no purpose. There's literally not that much of an advantage. There's so many good rescuers in this game. Well, not so many, but there's too many for you to ban them all. But anyway. As for Hospital, Hospital's also getting nerfed. By the way, horrible spawn from the prisoner. What is that? Either you can get very easily blocked. The good news is the hunter didn't go for that, so he does actually have not a bad start to his kite. The only issue is that hunter has confined space. He should immediately block that window now very easily, and with the window is a very important aspect of starting your kite at graveyard because you just get a free window boost. You know, and it helps you save your pallets, and that way your timer is going for your next window boost, and you already got value from your first window boost pretty early. That's how you want to use window boost. That's why it's really important you don't spawn directly at graveyard, because then you're not going to easily be able to do that. Sometimes they might block it before, or reach it. Usually they'll always reach it before you do. Why would you want to go towards the window when they're on the other side of it anyway, though? Alright, who is this man? It's a fool's gold. What's this fool's gold going to do, though? Is he actually going to go for me? He's thinking. He's thinking. His brain is working. His brain is working, that's for sure. He's thinking. He's going for a snipe probably or something. I don't know what he's doing. But he's thinking. Nope. Let's see what he does. Okay, so he's gonna just... I thought he was gonna boost himself towards it. Like, he's gonna pull himself, but you know what? I guess that's also an option. I have a feeling this guy might just have, like, warp or something. Or teleport. Oh, he's lagging. Oh, he's lagging. He's lagging. I'm out. Bye. See ya. I'm not interested. Hopefully no one is decoding here. Cypher's not shaking. Hopefully I don't find a random mechanic. Oh, every single time, man. It happens every single time where she's busy on a robot and she's just chilling there. And so I'm just wasting my time going to these cyber machines. That's another reason why I don't like mechanic. Besides just not very good decode and very bad kiting. Like, why would you play her? Bad risk, high risk, low reward. Besides that, she's just crowding up ciphers. Now we have 4 people who need ciphers at all times instead of 3 people because one of them is going to be kiting, right? I guess 5 people if no one is kiting are working on ciphers. Okay, but anyway, this poor man is lagging. Hopefully he can at least kill this mechanic. Show her why not to play mechanic. People, logic with people playing mechanic. Listen, I get that people are using her in tournaments, but this is not a tournament. People use her in tournaments because she's a tie character, and also she counters the hunters that we already all banned. We already banned the hunters that she counters, so mechanic has no purpose. And even if you don't have banned those characters, mechanic is a throwaway character at best. He lags again. This man is lagging again. He's walking into a wall. Mechanic is a throwaway character at best. You use her to tie games, and tying is not what you want to do in rank match. Because in rank match, you just wasted your time. All your team got +2, +3, +4. Work on getting a winning kite. You'll get better at the game that way. You learning how to use your abilities properly. 2, do a lasting kite rather than just aiming for a tie every single time. I'm going to be a little bit careful of that wall. Which he did actually end up going for. I'm a little bit surprised. I thought he might go for the other one. You know, try to reverse psychology me. Anyway, it looks like he's going up to the robot. I mean, if he keeps lagging like that, we're going to win regardless of who we have on our star team. But anyway. Hospital's also getting nerfed. Surprisingly. Is it really that surprising that Hospital's getting nerfed, though? Anyway, again, strong powder area is going to get nerfed on Hospital. I'm gonna guess that they're talking about ruins. Ruins on Hospital, that they're gonna be destroying ruins, destroying ruins. Well, they're gonna be nerfing ruins, not destroying it. Because, again, same logic as Arms Factory, 3 multiple very strong pallets, and if a survivor knows how to use windows, which I have been training some people, I realize now that maybe it's not as easy to use those windows as I thought. I have a lot of people when I do 1v1s with them, they use those pallets so early, and then they use the windows, but then the windows have nothing to combine the area with anymore because you already used the pallets. You should have used the window, then the pallet, then the window. That way you could have gotten an extra use from the window that's more valuable. Also, you're working towards your next window boost, and every time you get a window boost, you save a pallet, and you can just reuse the window. That's why window boost is so great. But anyway, because you save your important resources. But basically, I'm guessing they're going to nerf one of those pallets again, because again, very similar story. One very, very strong pallet the hunter has to break, and then 2 pallets where if you know how to use them, the hunter also, there's no way they can avoid it. Now, I guess I do see some players use the pallets badly, and it's pretty easy to go around and hit a survivor and get a sneaky hit, but a patient survivor who knows when to vault, or a survivor that just knows to combine the right pallet at the right time so that the window next to it becomes very good, will be the one doing very long kites in the ruins. But I did also hear that they're going to buff Lakeside. They're apparently removing how many corn stalks there are, which is hilarious because as Hunter, I'd be losing so many people just because they ran into the corn stalks from far away and I couldn't find them afterwards. Chisme is just news I found out. Right now we're talking about IDV news. But basically, why you play Gravekeeper or Mercenary is banned? Well, Gravekeeper is one of the best rescuers. I think he is better than First Officer because First Officer is just better against Shadow and Goatman and, you know, Opera Singer. You know, I don't think First Officer is actually better. It's just in tournaments he's better because you can't ban those hunters. In rank we're always banning those hunters, so Gravekeeper is just better against more hunters and is not weak against as many like what's it called? Like he is in tournaments. By the way, you actually can't even get a leash inside of a shovel when Shadow is around, so Gravekeeper is not like impossible to use against Shadow. Though when you get 100 it does pull you out. Anyway, so they're all buffing. Who is this? Is this Mushin? Is this Mushin? No, I don't think this is Mushin. Why would Mushin be playing Survivor in this high up? But anyway, Lakeside's also getting buffed. They're also changing Moonlit. They said they're changing the Moonlit platforms in the Moon River Shriek area. I don't know what the Shriek area is. Maybe at their time about 2-story. Adding more entrances. Entrances to something. They're changing the entrances of some building. Moon Shriek area. I don't know what that is. And they said they're changing the platforms. So we're talking first, second, third, and fourth stop. I don't know if platforms they mean by specifically the floating platforms like second and third stop. One of my dreams that they finally change, if I was a game dev, I would make it so there was like a bridge in between the sides of second and third stop. So that way when a survivor crosses it, they could use the window on the other side and actually value them. Because it's actually really, right now, every time you use the window or pallet, it's just so easy to go around. Sorry, not the window or pallet. The window. There's only windows at the platforms at second and third stop. You go up the stairs, you go sideways. Yo, thank you so much, Vareen. Shy 1004 donated MYR6. Hi, Spuggy. Can I get a yes, you can. Anyway, so basically, did we win the first game? I don't even remember if we won. We probably won the first game. Yeah, there was that really good antiquarian escape with that person at the end. Anyway. Yeah, Gravekeeper are going to get another buff soon, for the crying out loud. He's already a great survivor. He's been a great survivor since he came out. I think this puts him on par. Yeah, I won't lie, Mercenary was better for a long time. But First Officer is only good because of the hunters we got going on. It really has not much to do with Gravekeeper's strength being low. It's just that First Officer is stronger against the current hunter meta. So maybe that's what they want to do. Maybe they want to buff Gravekeeper so he competes with the stronger hunter meta. I think that's a terrible way to buff your game. I think you should just be nerfing those hunters so all your survivors are versatile. But anyway, what's it called? Because imagine you spent hundreds of... Imagine from a game dev point, or like from a company standpoint. You spend all this money animating, creating, designing new characters just for them to never be used in esports. You're also paying for esports, by the way, and hosting it. So, of course, you should be trying to make multiple metas where all your characters get some sunshine at least. And with the current hunter meta, I mean, it's impossible. Just Blood Queen's existence is preventing half the character list from being used. Long term, at least. Because anytime you have Enchantress Prospector, even Embalmer, Blood Queen just has something to say about it. But anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, they're actually buffing Moonlit. Very interesting. This man is a red light tricker. Everyone take notes. He's a red light tricker. We caught him. He's caught! We exposed him. He's a red light tricker. We all know about it now. Anyway. Well, actually, I only know about A little bit unfortunate that he dropped that pallet, because now it's going to make this area a lot more dangerous. It might have actually been better not to drop that pallet. That person should have not dropped the pallet, because by dropping that pallet, he put himself in an animation that now the hermit was able to catch up to him, stun him, and then hit him by going around. So it would have been better to not drop that pallet in that situation. Very odd, I know, because he can anyway make the window without the pallet. And the pallet just slowed him down, allowed the hunter to get a hit. But basically, Moonlit is getting buffed. I would love to see, one of my things I want to see in this game before it dies or before I quit, is I want to see there being a bridge at the Moonlit second stop and third stop. So not only can you get run over by a roller coaster and you get more funny moments, which is never going to happen because roller coaster, someone has to be on it. But it might happen in 2v8. But basically, I would love to see at some point where they put a bridge between both sides of the second and third stop. So that way, instead of being forced to use a window that's on the same side as the hunter, you can use the window on the opposite side. Because remember, when I talk about kiting, I always say, guys, remember to use windows and pallets that are not already in a position where the hunter can just go on the side of them and hit you after going around it. You want to use pallets and windows where the hunter is behind it, and no matter if they go left or right, they're always going to get slowed on. They're not already on the left or right side, is the simplest way to say it. They're not already sitting on the side ready to go around. You're using the powder window in a way where it's in front of them, and no matter if they go left or right, it slows them down. So imagine if they added a bridge for you to actually reach the other side of the window. You could cross that bridge, you'll vault it, and if they put it in the middle, that would be a little bit more annoying because then the hunter can pretty more easily walk to the staircase. The staircase wouldn't be as far away from the window. But if they put like a bridge right in front of one of the windows, then the survivor takes it, and now what does the hunter do? Do they go all the way around to the staircase side now? Or do they vault the window? It would become a very good kiting area is basically what I'm saying. Or at least one of the windows would become a very good kiting area, because it depends. Ooh, okay. Someone just barely took that blue hit for him. Because if you put a bridge on one side, then obviously the other window gets left out. But that way you can just memorize the way you want to kite. The way you want to follow the kiting route. Hold up. If we get red, we can actually save this man's life. But we also need to be healing. I wish they would heal. No, I didn't get to do it in time. If I got red, he would have lived. That's a little bit of a shame. Because right now, all that damage just got wasted. A little bit sad. Yeah, I wish they would have healed, because now we don't really have a person to, you know, rescue. In fact, no one is pressuring either. So I'm actually going to go down for nothing. Is anyone pressuring? No one was pressuring. They healed now, but Antiquarian didn't get a charge. Oh, you know what? Maybe she was healed, but I just got hit. Oh, yeah, they should have healed way sooner. But if they healed at all, that is. Oh, no, she didn't heal. She just picked herself up. Yeah, so never mind. Okay, yeah. And we should have had this. There's just no communication going on with our other teammates. I have to go to the rescue. What, should I go heal them? They need to already be starting to heal after the moment after I finish rescuing. Or before it. Just so they can already do the next rescue. But 82%. But yeah, that's basically the changes. They're also nerfing Darkwoods. The Darkwoods cabin is getting nerfed, which I find kind of funny. I didn't think it was that strong. Well, what are they going to nerf about? I actually don't know what they're going to nerf about it. But anyway, that's the IDV news. You came for Chisme. That's the IDV news. I actually heard about. I just watched an IDV, not IDV. You know, Ellie, the IDV content creator. Okay. Oh, he does have borrowed time. I was like thinking, anytime I see that ping, I just assume that you don't have borrowed time. But I saw Ellie. I saw an Ellie Instagram reel because he posts those some of the time, and it was about him getting snacks from America before going back to Thailand. Oh, my favorite country, Thailand. His favorite country, 100%. But, but basically, it's Jover. Well, I'll survive at least. I mean, how aggressive he's gonna be? How aggressive are you going to be, sir? Looks like he's gonna be pretty aggressive because he's not interested in going back through the warp. He just closed the warp. He might use 1,000 presents here. He probably will. My man is still trying to red light trick. Chill. No one is there. Ooh, sorry, man. That's a little bit sad. Okay. Okay, so now he might get distracted. If he gets distracted, then we pray that we can get this. Nope, he's dead. Is he dead? He might be dead. Just a little bit. Sir, can you heal me? I don't know what the logic is right now. I guess she put a color on herself so that way I don't go down. But she's not making this rescue. He puts 2 colors on the chair, guys. Hits her. I pop. Okay, I guess he's not gonna do that. He puts 2 colors on the chair. Hits her. What is going on with that cypher? And that way she immediately gets stunned as soon as she tries to rescue. Is what the hermit could have done. I guess that works too. I mean, he made it, to be fair. He did stop the rescue, but I feel like that was a little bit safer. To just put 2 colors, hit her, and then, you know, she's going to immediately get stunned as soon as she walks back onto the chair. You can, like, pre-place it for 8 seconds before it disappears, which is what he could have done. I don't think we're going to make it out. I don't even think we're going to make this pallet. Oh, we do. What the hell is that? Maybe he missed. I don't know. Maybe he meant to go further ahead. But anyway. So, I watched Ellie's video. Ellie's reel. And, you know, he's talking about his favorite snacks to take back to Thailand that Thailand doesn't have, right? And first one is, like, Takis, okay? I just want to say that I feel Takis are a little bit overrated, okay? I've seen them everywhere. Oh, don't you Siri. Fuck you, Siri. Anyway. I've seen, you know, it's all the talk in elementary school, okay? I know I don't live in a Latino community, but Chicago still got a lot of Mexicans, okay? Especially nowadays. So, you go to your lunchroom and you still see a lot of Takis. You don't even have to be Mexican to have Takis. You see Takis everywhere. So, the point is Takis are being sold here. A lot. Very popular. And, you know, of course, I'm like, dude, these Takis seem banger. I gotta try them. I mean, I love spicy food. We gotta try all the spicy food in the world. We gotta try the California Reaper, the ghost pepper. We already did one chip. It's on this channel. It's a stupid idea, by the way. Was in pain, abdominal pain, eating those chemicals for the next 4 hours on the toilet floor, fetal position. But still, I can say I've done it. But basically, I'm like, okay, we gotta try these Takis. Now, this might be a little bit of a hot take. I don't think Takis are that great. I think they're too sour. I think they didn't pack enough of the spiciness, and they were just way too sour. I'm just eating like a lime, or whatever they put on those chips. Something sour. Right? I feel that Dynamite does it better. Dynamite, or whatever Doritos calls it. Doritos basically ripped off Takis and made their own, which is called Dynamites, or Dinamita. Latino Saki. Anyway, basically, they made those, and I think they're way better. They definitely take out the sourness, and they bring more of the spiciness, which, again, is not that spicy, in all honesty. But it's definitely better than being like, 24/7. Because it's not bad the first few chips, but then after a while, it's like, Also, they feel oily. Takis feel oily. They feel less oily eating the Dynamites than Takis. So I like that. I appreciate that. Hot take. Taki's not a big fan of Takis. But I do like Doritos' version of Takis, which is basically just the same thing without the sourness. I think even made by the same company. Is it made by the same company? I don't know. Something with Sabor is the name of the company that makes those. But basically, that's his first snack, okay? So Takis, you know, I'm not going to say not to take Takis, but I would personally not grab Takis. That cipher is blocked. How can you tell? Because it was yellow, and then I turn around, and it's not yellow anymore. Now a different cipher is yellow, which means a different cipher is now the closest cipher to decode. Why would that cipher not be the closest one to decode? Because it's blocked. So the game automatically be like, okay, you can't decode this, so let's just make your life easier and not highlight it yellow. So you can kind of figure out if a cipher is blocked. I already know from experience that's going to get blocked based off that spawn, but if you don't know, then you can learn that way as well. Sometimes God Corner gets blocked, especially if that one doesn't spawn, then God Corner definitely gets blocked at that point. But just, you know, if experience can't teach you yet, then you can just look based off what is yellow. But basically, back to the Ellie thing. Then he grabbed his second chip, and I was shocked. I was shocked at this one. Like, okay, Takis, like, okay, that's just me, all right? I know a lot of people love Takis. And every once in a while, I'll have one Taki if someone offers me, right? Or the whole bag. You know, I don't mind eating a whole bag of chips, honestly. But basically, I saw his next chip, and I'm like, oh my god. I cannot believe that he actually likes this. Salt and vinegar potato chips. Are you kidding me? You could have chose the entire grocery store, and you chose salt and vinegar chips? When I went to school, in elementary school, I would always have a bag of chips, okay, for lunch. A bag of chips. And usually, I'd be trying to pick stuff I like, right? But every once in a while, we go to the bottom of the box with, like, all the small chips, and there's the chips that no one wants. And guess what? Lay's is always at the bottom. Sorry, Lazy. But no. Back to the actual story. No, it has nothing to do with Lazy the player. Lay's the potato chips. No one really liked Lay's potato chips in my family. I don't know. The original, always at the bottom. But even worse than that, it made me appreciate original. That's how bad salt and vinegar is. I hated original, and then tasting salt and vinegar potato chips from Lay's, at least, made me appreciate original. That's how bad salt and vinegar was. I never thought it would be that bad, but I'm like, salt and vinegar. I'm like, this is interesting. Let's give it a try. The moment you open the bag, your nose is just infiltrated by these horrible smelling chemicals. You open it, you're like, ugh. All right, I guess we gotta taste it now. I mean, we opened it. Ugh. Crunch. Ugh. I mean, it's awful. I can't explain it to you. I hate it so much. Every single time I have those chips, I find someone that I know who loves the salt and vinegar potato chips. All right, and I just give him the whole bag. I'm like, here, take it. I hate it so much. You can have the whole thing. And I'm like, I didn't question it for him. I didn't walk up to him like, how do you like these chips? They're awful. You should hate them too, right? But in my head, I did think to myself, how does he like these chips? I mean, surely he's the only person on the planet who likes these chips. Guys, why does Ellie, oh, did we not have anyone rescue? But anyway. Or was he at half health and our enchanters didn't go rescue next? I don't even know what happened. All I know is that I hate potato chips, salt, and vinegar. Now, I think Ellie grabbed kettle cooked at least. Uh-oh. Me over here talking as if they're gonna pop the cipher. This guy doesn't have borrowed time, does he? That's probably why she didn't pop. So, we're gonna try to make our way to the cipher now. A little bit late. Just a little bit late. Just a tiny bit, you know, guys. Not a great deal. Okay. So, we're not gonna make it now. Great. Alright. We're on our way. Hold up. We gotta pause that thought, because something is going on this match. I don't know what the heck happened, but something bad is happening. Cyber primed. Go ahead. I guess that we're gonna work on this game now. Sorry for the delay, guys. Ugh! It was not insta-primed. Disappointed. Alright, well... She did at least get a really good triple stack. That is a really good triple stack. Especially when our team doesn't have borrowed time. But a warp could still happen. And we would still be in a lot of trouble if that were to happen. Now, I hate the situation against Ripper. This is really bad. Just because he's so much faster than us. This is really tough. We do prevent Foggy Blades at least. Oh, this is really nice. This pallet is still here. See ya! Come on! Come on! Oh, too bad. Really tough. Again, really tough with River just because when he is invisible, not only is it hard to tell where his face is, it's also very hard to just stun him or force him to look away before he can just hit you. Wow, we actually went against a Warp Ripper with trump cards. Seriously? I guess it is Moonlit, to be fair. You know, Moonlit, the Warp is not going to get you from gate to gate. Whew. Maybe I should have fly one and just assumed and listened. I also could have listened for the charge attack. Ripper makes a very, like, a loud grunt as he's charging his hit. So he's like, ha! You know, after he swings, though, he already does the ha, but you can already hear him. I don't know. He's doing something. He's doing something when he makes that sound. Okay, well, maybe we can get it open. It's not impossible. Wow, guys, look at the patient thief value. He's actually opening chests so fast because of thief. Wow, the value. Okay, he just got a second syringe, I'm pretty sure. Or is it just an old one that he's picking up? I'm sure any other item would be more helpful than a syringe right now. So I think he just got a second syringe. Anyway. Is there... Guys, tell me right now in the chat. Is there anyone who enjoys salt and vinegar chips? Is there any single person... By calling Takis trash. I didn't call Takis trash. Takis kettle chips are so good. Okay, I gotta give him a try then. But I've never heard of the kettle version of Takis. Anyway. The slander, they're good. Ellie's base for that, actually. What? You like salt and vinegar chips? You just bought a bag yesterday? How many of you people actually bought a salt and vinegar bag chip? Salt and vinegar is horrible. W opinion, okay. That's what we like to hear. Vinegar chips sound disgusting to me. That's what we like to hear. Salt and vinegar chips have no right. You guys are all getting mod now. Welcome to the mod ownership. You guys all get mod. Tato, if you come here and you say you like salt and vinegar, you're losing your mod. But, okay, joke, just kidding. But basically, who is going to the store and buying salt and vinegar? I guess some of you guys are buying. It seems that it's either very strongly liked or very strongly disliked. Is there anyone who just, like, thinks they're okay? You know? Seki, what do you think about lime lays? I don't think I've ever had lime lays. I don't like lays in general. Lays in general, I feel like, are just probably the worst chip you can get in the store. They're not crunchy. They're pretty oily, I would say. Especially, like, Ruffles kind of has the same issue. That's why I like to get the oven-baked version of those chips. And those are really good. Those are really good, then. Okay. They're talking about some suspicious ban. What did he ban? Is there some really suspicious ban? Oh god, that's a really bad spawn. Oh god, that's another really bad spawn. I really hate this spawn. It starts to chase so fast. Okay. Oh, hi. Psyche, what do you think about lime? How do you feel about ketchup chips? So, in America, at least in my stores, I've never seen ketchup chips. So, if you ask me this without me ever going to Poland, I'd have no idea what you're talking about. I'd be like, ketchup chips? Those exist? But, I went to Poland, and they have the Chester Cheetah, but they're not called Cheetos. Which is so weird to me. They have a chip that literally has the Chester Cheeto logo on them, but they're not called Cheetos. I don't understand. But they got ketchup version of their chips, and it is so cool. They're basically fries shaped. Who is the hunter? Oh god. Okay. At least it's just full skull, but we're still not in a good position against full skull, to be honest. I really thought he would do it sooner. Why did he do it so late? That is really annoying. I should have just vaulted sooner. Like, seriously? But, oh god, we're lagging a little bit. The slowdown. I feel it in my bones. He's got fast power breaking. Good to know. That doesn't hit. Sorry, man. Oh, Blink is not up yet. That's not a hit. Sorry, man. But it was a good try. Ooh. Oh, too bad. Do you have Blink now? Oh, he does have Blink. I wish I vaulted that a little bit sooner. We still got 2 illusions. If only I had vaulted that first window a little bit faster. Here's another thing. If only I had known it was Fool's Gold, I would have played that a little bit differently. I wouldn't have stayed so close to that window the whole time expecting to use it. I would have played that a little bit differently. I wish I had known it was Fool's Gold like at the start of the match so I could have thought about my route. That's my one complaint with rank versus tournaments. I don't understand why in tournaments we get to know who the hunter is. Because it is such a huge loss to not have a kiting route already in mind. Like, I'm just going by what is generally... Oh, God. I'm just going off of what is generally, you know, a good thing to do. Damn these people. I'm just going off of what is a good kiting route in general. Like, we're actually going to lose this match. That wasn't even a bad kite. We're actually going to lose this match. But... Okay, well, he's not making it. I don't even know why he even gave a hit at that point if he's not even going to make it. Like, what is going on right now? This logic. Am I even going to make it at this point? Can I live? I do live. I need to do a ridiculous rebound at this point. Oh! Maybe that's gonna do it. We'll see. Okay. I don't know what that was for. Too bad I already used my pallet boost. I would have loved to use it. Sick. 3, 2. Oh no, we can't use it. We're not gonna live to full presence though. That's really sad. Whew! I guess we mind gamed him there, and that's how we live. Oh, what? What is the logic of this hunter? Why does he randomly grab it? Well, whatever. Fire Investigator actually got hit right as he picked himself up. That is so sad. That was a pretty good rebound, honestly. All things considered, that was still a pretty good rebound. That was still a pretty good rebound, honestly. Like, with full presence, it is so easy to get a single chip hit, and we lasted that long. It's just like our whole team, besides Blake, just gave free hits for no reason. Novelist, of course, failed the rescue. Postman gave a hit for no reason. I mean, I don't even know what he's doing. He can be bait, but you're not going to be able to make that rescue if he sees you from far. You may as well start walking backwards. Avoid the hit. Blake did a good rescue, at least. That was a good rescue. Again, I think the novice was trying to get it before half rescue, but you really can't consistently make it at that point once he's already in front of you and you already got chip hit. He needed to not get chip hit already. If he didn't get chip hit already, he could totally make it. Okay, now we're taking other hits. I'm a little bit confused about that. Maybe he's streaming and he's just talking. He just didn't notice. Sagi, do you think Mage will be S tier? Why will? What do you mean by will? Is he getting buffed? What makes you think that Magician will be S tier? Hopefully we can at least tie, you know. We'll see. I'll be happy if we at least tie. Like with how bad that was, I'll take the tie. Okay, I hope the Cypher's primed, otherwise there's no reason to do that. Okay, good. It was primed. Well no, you do get the full presence out, which is a pretty important thing. Yeah, that is pretty important to get the full presence out. Did he not place his rock? Oh, he did place his rock. I was like thinking, there's like a sound effect, but I don't see a rock. It's like, yeah, I just sent you the info of the new possible adjustments to Magician. So apparently Magician is getting buffed. Let's check it out. Okay. Mind's Eye is getting changes, Entomologist is getting changes, Gravekeeper is getting changes, Magician is getting changes. Okay, can interact with windows and pallets while using their magic staff. That's a huge change. That's a really big change. I think, wow, that is a really big deal because there's so many times I have to use the Magician wand early, and I can't use the powder window anyway. So I have to use it early. I have to use it earlier on before I reach it. The staff's boost is increased from 40 to 50. Guys, that used to be 30% when the game first came out. That's a really big deal as well. That 10% change. Sometimes I use the illusion just for speed up to reach a window or pal that I wouldn't have made. So that's very nice. Now I'll be able to use it even more versatilely. Okay, next one. Generated illusions no longer block the player's path. That is amazing. That is really good because one of the downsides of doing that strategy is if you need to go backwards, you can't go backwards. If you made a good illusion, neither you or the hunter can walk through. If you make it really good, then the survivor can go through, but the hunter can't. But it is almost impossible to realistically judge the pixels of what is going to be able to fit through for Survivor and not for a Hunter. Usually if you allow the Hunter to pass, the Survivor to pass through, almost always the Hunter can also pass through. But I've had a lot of times where I've been able to walk through, but the Hunter can't. So you know what? This just guarantees it, and this makes that strategy so much safer to do now. It makes it so that now you can put an illusion at a powder window. Not a window, obviously, but a pallet where the Hunter can easily walk around. You would never want to do that normally, because if you do that at a powder pallet that the Hunter can easily walk around, all you did is block yourself from going on the other side when the Hunter goes around. Because if it's a pallet that they can go around, then they will go around when they see you use an illusion, and they know you can't go backwards at that point. The only way you could go backwards is if you drop the pallet and then vault it, which is not great to do, because it does slow you down a lot. Also might waste a pallet boost. So these are amazing changes so far. When an illusion disappears after being hit, the Magician gains another speed boost? What? You're joking me. That is crazy. That is crazy good. So right now... Right now, a lot of the illusions, if you're going to illusion, you may as well use it right as Hunter swings, because that's when you're getting a speed boost. It might be better. What this does is it encourages. We gotta play Magician just to celebrate these changes. It means so that not only are you, because here, oh man, this is actually fixing so many issues of doing the pre-placed illusion at pallets. And this is why I'm not a huge fan of doing this. Sometimes it's amazing, especially against slow swinging Hunters though. You will drop an illusion, a pre-placed illusion at like a thin, narrow area, like Shed on Red Church. On Red Church, that Shed entrance on the front side is great to put illusions, because you'll directly transition that into a window boost into Church, which is great value. One of the best places to use the Magician illusion pre-placed, but otherwise it's hard to find value because you could have just dropped the pallet instead and saved your illusion. And usually the illusions are more valuable than the pallets, because you can make any pallet unable to be walked through by using the illusion, and you get a boost out of that. But if you just use it early on, and you pre-place them, then now when you enter those garbage pallets, you don't really have an illusion to make it worthwhile. So that's why it's usually better to hold on to your illusion. Now this is encouraging pre-placing illusions so that it blocks Hunter's path. They have to break it. And then you even get rewarded for it. Before, the only reward was that they would get slowed down for like half a second for swinging. Some Hunters get slowed down for longer, like Anne after swinging. They have a very long recovery time, or Wax Artist. Other Hunters like Clerk, you swing at it, you're immediately walking again. The recovery time for a missed attack is very short. So some Hunters like that, you just never want to do it against. But now I'm glad you're getting reward for it. So this is a lot of it just buffing. Some of this is just always getting value, like the 50% speed boost. Other times you might need to use an illusion just to reach that little bit towards a powder window. And with Magician, he was a higher skill cap character because of the fact you couldn't interact or vault immediately after using an illusion. It meant that you had to know ahead of time if you're going to make it or not. So that way you just use it, and that way the animation time where you couldn't interact goes away by the time you make it. So this is like a quality of life change, but every once in a while you might have to react quickly. I mean, guys, maybe with that full scold situation that I had right there at the shack window where I got hit the first time by basic hit, I knew that I couldn't illusion involve because the animation would prevent me. So I'm very glad for that change. I think that's a great change. It would have helped me out there if I illusioned. I might have not vaulted it still, because I'm pretty sure I might have gotten Terror Shock still. He might be able to recover fast enough and then swing at the window, and then I might get Terror Shocked. So it still might not be a good idea. Depends how fast I am at reacting, though. If I'm like right in front of the window, illusion, and then immediately vault, I might actually make it. And I think I can do it. I mean, I've been playing for Magician long enough, and I mean, hey, I made the fast vault. I should know how to do that. But got fast reflexes. Let's keep reading. There's one more change. So these are all, I love all these changes, by the way. It emphasizes the part of Magician that is a little bit underrated, but also undervalued, if I'm being honest. Like, there are good times to do it, like against Anne on the shack. So remember that shack Red Church thing I was talking about earlier? If it's Anne, you just pre-place that illusion. Now she can't really jump on you. She has to deal with that illusion first, and by the time she breaks it, if you already have some distance, you're no longer in jumping range. You just already vaulted the window and got a boost probably and are fine at this point. So I really like that. New interactions. The illusion can be bitten by Apostle's Cat and block Hermit's electromagnetic sphere. This is a little bit interesting. So I don't know entirely what they mean by this, because you can technically already do this, but they count as a wall. So, if you're right next to your illusion, when they do release the cat or put a hermit charge next to your illusion, you still get it. It got blocked by the illusion, but if there's still a player around it, again, like I said earlier with the hermit thing, or same thing for Anne. After they split it or use their ability, it still stays on the field. So anyone around it will still get affected. But I'm getting from this that the illusion is basically now a player, essentially. Just like Mechanic Robot, which is really cool. It means that you could, against Anne, go sideways of the cat, place an illusion, and the illusion will now absorb the cat when she splits it, which is amazing to think about. That will make kiting Anne so much more simpler than trying to be like, okay, so I'm going to illusion you, try to get a speed boost, try to speed myself away from the cat. Like, the whole strategy before was that you would go sideways of the cat, and then you'd use the illusion to either fool the Anne of where you were going, because she can't see you when you're invisible for those 2 seconds through walls. Not even Anne will see you with the cats, which is really nice. I'm going to assume that, well, actually, you know what, let's just go together. You know, if she leaves the target, I could just go do a different cipher. And she has to camp, now that I think about it. It's 92%. She has to chase her target. So usually, she's going to chase her target, she's going to go down, and then Mercy will go rescue. So I do want to be doing this cipher. The only time I win is if she switches targets, which is what she said she was going to do. But logically, think about it, this hunter shouldn't switch targets here. It just doesn't make sense with a cipher that primed. I think we might go do it now, though, because this cipher is going to get leeched on. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and go straight to the other cipher. A little bit unfortunate that I got the leech, but you know what? I guess it's not the end of the world. So, let's see here. Oh, she broke the pallet. Interesting. We definitely want to drop this pallet. This is a really nice pallet. To just rebound. You go to the left or right. The other 2 pallets really suck there. Again, you could make it work with an illusion. Our leech is still on its way. Yeah, she's it looks like she's what's it called? Leeching away that cipher, the fair lady. Okay. Gotta make sure it touches you first, otherwise it will keep following you. I would love to remove this. If we're not gonna be able to remove this leech, then we're not gonna be able to do the gate. And you know what, right as I say that, I realize there's like a leech remover right in front of me. So let's go ahead and at least start on it. Maybe we can remove it. The leech is very far away from us. We are going to be very safe. Remember, don't be deleeching with your teammates right next to your own leech and get him killed. Don't do that. Be a good team player. Just if they might not know where the leech is, but you always know where the leech is. So at least you can run away. Okay, we're out of here. Mercenary can deal with it if he wants to. Man, we would have gotten a speed boost right there. Well, I guess we're anyway getting a speed boost because I just used the illusion. Does the speed boost stack is the question. So on the buffs here, it says you get a speed boost if the hunter hits the illusion. Okay, so you already get a speed boost when you use the illusion, but what if you use the illusion and you know, and also right after your illusion gets hit, right? Do I only get 2 second speed boost, or does it turn to like a 4 second speed boost? Like, does it combine with my existing speed boost and add on, which would be really nice. Unfortunately, we got blinked there, so not a whole lot to do. Hi, Mushin. Mushin randomly sent hi to me on Discord. I'm surprised that they take the time to buff Magician as he should be. You know what? I am surprised too. I feel like Magician's already a great character. I've already been using him a lot in my rank sessions. I mean, you guys see I have an 80th badge for Magician, so that means I've been using him here and there. And I do feel he's genuinely an underrated character. And this is without these buffs. I already felt that he was an underrated character. Chad who's rescuing. I already felt he was an underrated character because there are so many times where he can find a way to deal with every single hunter. He's a high skill cap character because it's not very apparent how to use his ability against every single hunter. Every single hunter is a little bit different. But if you know how to use it, the Magician is actually a very versatile character. Because if it's a hunter that's trying to catch up to you as quickly as possible so that they can use their ability, like Wax Artist, then one of the strategies you could do is when you're going in straight lines next to walls and you're trying to desperately get around the corner, you can use your illusion to block all the whack shots behind you until you get around the corner. And then obviously you wouldn't need the illusion anymore. The illusion at that point would be just to absorb whack shots. But against Anne now, with this buff, it means that you're going to be able to go sideways, use the illusion. The cat is always going to get absorbed by the illusion. And you just, after that, you need to run away from the illusion. Because if you stand inside the cat range, even if your illusion's holding the cat, you'll still get stunned. Both your illusion and you get stunned. I mean, your illusion getting stunned doesn't really make a lot of sense. I'm very interested if the illusion is going to have a stun animation or is it just going to disappear. That'll be very interesting to me. I don't think it really matters. And if it does disappear when it gets stunned by like Hermit or... Well, Hermit, I don't think it can get stunned. What if you have a charge on you and then you use an illusion? Will the illusion have a charge on it or is it no charge? But anyway. I don't think the Hermit change is going to really matter, guys. Because right now, the way Hermit works is if two people are standing right next to each other, they both get the color. So... if you just used your illusion, yes, your illusion will get the charge, but so will you, because you're right next to it. So, I don't think it matters. What I think it will matter is that if the hunter shoots the charge where there's an illusion standing, then the charge will go into the illusion, and it will immediately get absorbed and it will disappear. So, just like I mentioned earlier, if a Hermit shoots a charge on the ground, for 8 seconds it will stay there. Right, and you know, I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal to just kite around and then wait it out. 8 seconds you can usually time pretty well on your kite before you have to go back to that spot. So I don't think it's the end of the world, but if it does mean that it will get removed immediately now if the hunter shoots it where there was an illusion standing. So that's nice. But if you're standing with your illusion at the same time the illusion got shot, you will both get charged. I'm assuming that's how it's going to work because that's how it works with regular survivors right now. I'm very curious who she's going to go after right here. We do have Trim here. She's not going for me. Okay. A little bit sad that it took so long to do the Cypher mission, but I had to play it safe. It is Opera Singer. Probably the best hunter you can play in rank right now. I mean, any hunter who moves so fast like Opera Singer, Ripper with 1000 presence is just like Opera Singer, but of course he doesn't start with it. Opera Singer, though, does start with it, and it means that any distance she is technically closer than other hunters. Like, that distance all the way at Geisha House is actually closer than if it was any other hunter, because if she sees me and goes towards me, she will reach me faster than any other hunter would reach me, probably in half the time it would take, which is a huge, huge loss in distance, and it means you just basically have to always be twice as far away than normal. Although... see, is she using her clone? I didn't hear her use her clone right there. Gotta be a little bit careful here. Okay, that's why I was being careful, but I think we might still get hit here. Oh god. Oh my god, we lived! Let's go! And she doesn't have 1000 presence, so this huge area that we're gonna cross now, she has nothing for. Perfect, perfect. It would be a mistake to use the window boost there and now leave this crappy 2-powder area. Because if we stay here, then she can still keep dashing. But if I use my window boost to transition to the next area, she's got nothing to dash on now. So that was really important to just transition right then and there. See, I was thinking if she doesn't have blink, she might be very tempted to just switch targets here. Because that person is not in an easy spot without blink. She does have blink. I don't know why she decided to go after me then. She probably had... I think she had blink right as she started going after me. I don't understand. I guess the logic was that she gets a hit on me and then immediately blinks me down. So it doesn't really matter. And that way she gets an extra person who's injured now. The Prospector. While still having someone unsure. So, I mean, I guess it's logical. Makes sense. A little bit. She has to use 1000 presence here. Ugh. It's so sad having to use an illusion like that. Because she basically lost nothing for that. I lost an illusion, she's back at chair. She didn't really lose anything. We didn't even get like a free rescue. There wasn't a cipher there, was there? No, there wasn't. It would have gotten highlighted. A little bit sad of an illusion. But man, it's crazy to me to think that every single illusion the hunter would hit, I would be getting a speed boost for. And not just a 40% speed boost, a 50% speed boost every single time. I'm assuming 50%, right? 50% for 2 seconds as if you just used an illusion, right? I'm assuming that, I mean, again, I'm assuming whatever speed bonus the regular illusion is, if she hits the illusion, then that would be the same speed bonus you would get for also getting hit with, the illusion getting hit, I mean. Not you getting it. Obviously, you get it. You also get a speed boost. I mean, it actually might not be 2 seconds. It might be like 1.2 seconds, 1.5 seconds. It might be 1.5 seconds. I don't think it's actually 2 seconds. Because 2 seconds is when you get hit, and that's definitely 2 seconds. But the illusion feels a little bit shorter than that. Might be actually 1 second. I mean, it's still a speed bonus. It still makes a big difference. I can feel it every single time I use an illusion. That the speed bonus of 40% is a really big difference. It's just something that adds up over time. And the fact that you have 3 illusions nowadays, guys, Magician used to have 2 illusions. Can you believe that? Used to have 2 illusions. That is crazy to me to think about. In today's world, having only 2 illusions on Magician, I think against Opera Singer he would be unusable. Against other hunters, you can still use him. We need to drop at least one of these pallets against Opera Singer because the key is when there's pallets in her way. We don't want pallets to be open because then she kind of like dashes through them like spider webs through pallets if you leave them open, and then it makes it very easy to get a hit. Let's see what she does. She might like YOLO teleport here. No. Oh, yep, there it is. Okay. So there you go. She has to deal with the pallet here. I might have to use an illusion here. Nope. She slowed herself down there. At some point. Let's see here. We could try to block her dash. Oh, she's screwing herself up. I actually don't even need to drop that pallet now. We can save it. Maybe we'll make it back to it. She might break this pallet immediately. No, she's not. Oh, she's gonna break it now. Are you gonna teleport back with this? Nope. So yeah, the power of saving that pallet, now we can use it for later, which is really nice. Although I will admit, she's making some mistakes with the thingy. Yes, she got stuck there. Nice. That's kind of funny. Little thing you can do with Magician, you can make her stuck. It's a lot harder to do that though when she has 1,000 presents. Because with 1,000 presents, she can go around a lot easier instead of having to swing at it. So yeah. I was going to use the tram next, but she did end up switching there. Does Psyche still stream on Twitch? No, I never stream on Twitch. Are there any Twitch viewers at all? I never stream on Twitch, so there's no one who can possibly view on Twitch. I actually don't even have my account anymore to Twitch. I don't remember the login. I'm so happy that Magician got all these buffs. I mean, I want Magician to be back to like what he used to be. He used to be the one of the top kiters that you can use in the game back in Season 1. So I really want Magician to come back. I already feel he's underrated. I feel like people are sleeping on Magician. One of the most versatile survivors in this game. If you want a survivor who's going to kite almost any single hunter, you got Acrobat, but you also got Magician. I feel Magician is harder to play character than Acrobat, because with Acrobat, the yellow area means where you're going to land. That's what it signifies, so I like it a little bit better for that. Oh yeah, I didn't finish about the Ellie thing. Ellie grabbed Candy on his way to America, and he grabbed York. He grabbed the York. You know those, like, when you go out on Halloween and you get, like, those thin mint candies, you know? They're, like, okay once in a while, but I definitely wouldn't have them one after another, popping them like Tic Tac, basically. Tic Tacs, those are good. But, dude, York thin mint chocolate candy, I mean, they're okay, you know? Every once in a while, I'm in the mood for some mintiness, but I mean, in that case, I'm like, you know those mint strips where you can put it in your mouth and you dissolve? Those are really cool for me. I like those. Just for the mint flavor, honestly. Wow, that was our first match that we won in a hefty while. Haven't updated the score. Is the chat working? Or is just no one typing? Let me see. Okay, it is working. Hey, you guys are dead today. I got 0 viewers today. Okay. R, yeah, okay. We're all gonna be typing R now. Everyone's dry AF today. Everyone's resting from work or school, probably. Okay. Just to celebrate Magician getting buffed, I guess I'll just play Magician today. I mean, clearly there is stock to be had in Magician at this point. All that stock I've invested in Magician, it's about to get paid big time. Because holy crap, he got buffed so big. These are all huge buffs. I'm so glad that the devs are targeting things. I mean, guys, these are things that I didn't even think the devs would ever change because I've accepted them as part of the game. To me, it makes sense that a survivor should not be able to walk through your illusion. It's only fair to me. So the fact they just took that away, for me, was overkill. For me, I would not have done that as a dev. For me, I never thought to myself, oh yeah, I'm gonna make it so only Hunter has collision. I would have never thought of that. I know it's very annoying, one of the downsides of Magician, but that's to me one of the things that you have to understand about Magicians, that you have to be careful when you do that. And if anything, it kind of encourages using your illusion for like reaction based, which I also decently like. It is Opera Singer. Oh, great. Really hate Opera Singer. I mean, again, she's like the best Hunter you can go, if I'm being honest, in rank match. There's no reason not to go Opera Singer, unfortunately. Unfortunately for me, that is. I don't really know where we're going to take this kite, if I'm being honest. Maybe we can do something here. Cross this open area would be really nice. This will definitely slow her down a good bit. But after this, it's going to be a little bit rough. We're going to have to kite on this poor man's Cypher. Okay. Just so you can't go between. There we go. Man, illusion. Imagine if that was the buffed illusion, we would have gotten a speed boost there. Oh, we actually put it on cooldown. She hit the illusion with her shadow and it puts her on cooldown now. We're going to take another open area here. Oh man, the Chinatown Opera Singer is not cooking right now. Oh, oh, excitement? No excitement. Man, that was a very long pal stun too. No, we still got hit? That's so sad. I got depression from that hit. I can't drop that, otherwise I'm gonna get blinked. I'm running. I'm running. I'm not dying in basement. Oh my god, she actually did have blink. No, it's a little bit too late. Wait, could you just... Wait, she already used it. Wait, I thought she just used it. No, she didn't use it. Oh no, she did use it. Oh, I just dropped it because I thought the cooldown is still going. It's a very long cooldown nowadays. 24 seconds, I think? They keep changing it, so it's hard to remember. We do have Gravekeeper, so this is not the end of the world. My only concern is that Fire Investigator left time to drop a ball that doesn't really do anything against the Hunter we're up against. That doesn't really help that much. It would help if I had exactly a window speed boost to the next window, but even with it, we would still be cutting it short. I think that was a waste of time, so I hope that's not going to cost us now, because now Cypher is only 6%. We could have had a lot more. Okay, now he can do a second rescue, so now no one even has to get off their Cypher. That's perfect. Maybe we can even rebound here. I don't know. With like a pallet boost? But I think it's too risky, because if I try to rebound there, we're gonna go down back in basement, so I can't really go for it. A little bit sad, I guess. And we could have tried to use that pallet, but the pallet, if I'm being honest, the pallet is not that good enough. The pallet is not good enough. I will ping just so he knows where I'm getting chaired. Yeah, I'm a little bit scared that we're actually not gonna have enough time here. I'm a little bit surprised that she chaired me here and not the chair that was closer, so he did get valuable time out of that now. He's got to try to body block. Body blocking might not work though, because you can always get unlucky. Man, I remember, you guys remember when Illusion used to be able to, yeah. Ooh. Ooh, man. Blake, you not doing that Cypher sooner almost cost us this game. Putting support for a kite that is already going really well, usually not a good idea. Because then, if the kite ends right then and there, it's usually in trouble. What are we gonna do? Do we want to actually kite anywhere? Let's actually die right here. This should be pretty far away from any single chair. Anything she chairs on right now will take over 10 seconds. So she has to choose then and there. Does she want to pick me up or does she go for the gate? And if she goes for the gate, then I can heal myself up now. Because either way, we're not going to be able to survive at these windows going in a circle. And if I die, then she can chair me very quickly. Like, let's say someone is not at the gate, right? And I go down, she chairs me, and then teleports. If someone is, for whatever reason, not at the gate immediately, that would be pretty bad. Maybe I should have dropped down immediately, but I didn't want to drop down immediately because I'm thinking, what is the one way this kite can go wrong? The one way it goes wrong is if I drop early, and then she's already waiting for me, predicting me to drop down. So then that would cost my kite. She'd be able to teleport. She'd be able to pick me up. Chairs right there. Teleport. That was the one way it could go wrong. I'm like thinking, maybe I even should have went after I dropped down. Because she already broke that pallet going into hotel, in the direction of hotel. So we couldn't have used the boost to go there. But yeah. Magician. Great survivor. I really like Magician. Chinatown, we did utilize Chinatown, like, open areas a lot there. But also, Magician had some spotlight there with his illusion between the chair and the what's it called, that wall. Just blocking her, not only slowing her down, but it even put her dash on cooldown. Because she tried to dash, and if you touch an illusion before you reach the shadow, you actually put yourself on cooldown. Which is hilarious to me. So, we did actually end up slowing her down there. Okay. Hoping to get me away from basement. For me to get away from basement, the only way we could realistically... I mean, I guess I could have bounced away and then died. It was a little bit too late at that point, though. Once I crossed the corner. I did hear it behind me. It was a little bit late at that point. If he put it sooner, I think it would have been a... Maybe it would have been a good idea. Because, you know, then I kind of wasted my time dropping that pallet that slowed me down. Dropping that pallet sets up the pallet at the kiting area. Honestly, that was my fault for dying there, though. That was on me. I should have lived there. I just thought that she was still on cooldown, but I guess maybe she must have gotten it back. Because it's a 24-second cooldown. She just used it. I did take that unfortunate hit, but it was not long. Not long after she had her... She probably got it right back on time. Man, but I hate Opera Singer. At least that Opera Singer was easier to kite because of the map we were on, Chinatown. So we ended up just really aligning the areas together really well, combining boosts really together. Dude, that kite would have been over if we had Flywheel. That kite would have been so over if we had Flywheel. Flywheel would have done absolutely nothing there. It would have prevented one hit and we still would be in a crappy area. The window boost helped save our lives so that we're into an open area that we can now cross because we have the window boost. Then our power boost helped cross and reach the area for us to be able to illusion and get that really good illusion to reach the next the window that we reused earlier, and then that window is still really annoying to do something with. For the hunter, they have to go around it. It also put it on cooldown, so that was really nice. I mean, just in general, that was not a perfect kite because it definitely got a lot worse at the end of my first kite. But man, that was still really good. That was still a really good kite. I haven't played Gravekeeper and I'm going to learn him. Let's see what Gravekeeper's buff is. I'm really curious. What is Gravekeeper's buff? I'm like wondering why Mushin messaged me. Is this cipher blocked? It is not blocked. So you know what? Probably Bad Corner is blocked, assuming that's spawned. Every time someone says Hunter changed target, now back then when people said this kind of thing that Hunter changed target, it means Wu-Chang or Dream Witch. Okay, it's on the lawyer. Okay. At least he let me know, so now I can safely go do the cipher mission. It's a sculptor. I just saw the statue dust particles, whatever you want to call them. Okay, let's check out the other buffs, I guess. Mechanic. Cowardly trait now reduces decoding speed by 30%. What's 25? God, I really hate this. This is so stupid. Mechanic is just getting torn to shreds, and it's not even because Mechanic is good. It's just because you see her in tournaments a lot because she's good against the Hunters. So now, when the Mechanic doll gets destroyed, she's even worse now. She slows down her decode even more. That's awful. Guys, I know it's only 5%, but that applies twice if 2 people are injured. So it's actually a 10% slowdown in the course of the game, which is ridiculous. That is ridiculously bad. Ugh, that was really bad. I hate Sculptor. Well, she has to warp back now. So, let's go back to the Cypher. Okay, we lost this pallet. Big deal. This is not, like, the greatest pallet. The other pallet is better in this area, honestly. It just, this pallet combines really well with the window, but so does the other pallet, honestly. They both make this window so good when you drop either one of them, so. Even without neither pallets being dropped, it is still so good. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. I see Explorer got buffed. I'll have to read all these later. Man, there's a lot of changes. I'm assuming this is going to be in the summer. Or like a month from now. So like, again, the average 6 months when they do the major balance changes. We've had like a smaller one recently. So, okay, she does have insolence. Ooh. So it's probably a good Sculptor player. Good Sculptor players will run insolence because they know how powerful the full presence is. And they don't need as much early game support to be able to still reach that full potential. Early game support. For a Hunter side, I mean stuff like faster power breaking and, you know, stuff like that. They lose out on that, but... Oh, we got a donation. Thank you so much to Victoria Kerr for the $4.99 donation. Magician Supremacy. Also, Magician Dance is cute. Yeah, this one. I don't really... No, not that one. Not that one. There is a Magician Dance. I actually don't have it. Actually don't know. I can't even show it right now. Did they nerf her bot or her main body? Main body. So main body, every time someone gets injured, instead of decoding 25% slower, she will decode 30% slower, which is awful. Awful. She already is not a good character for winning matches. She's now even worse for winning matches. She can probably still tie your match, but the slowdown is going to be huge. There's going to be so many times where Mechanic is not getting chased, her robot's out of energy. Even when her robot didn't go down, there are so many times with robot, with Mechanic I mean, that you're not able to finish the last Cyber Machine because your robot goes down so early nowadays. And it's just such a huge loss. It is so bad. In rank match, when you're trying to win games, she's a tie character. She's not designed to be able to really do winning kites, or designed to have decode meant for winning games either. I mean, the robot just runs out too quick for that. So this is... I hate that. I see Sears getting nerfed. Let's see. When observing an ally with the owl... Oh, no, it's not a nerf. When observing an ally with an owl, a unique icon and sound will display on their portrait. Wow. Nice quality of life change. Like, not a buff, not a nerf. Obviously a buff for rank match. But it's just, like, such a nice quality of life change, honestly. Like, I love these little quality of life changes that they do. So that now you know if you're being watched. Now you know if you should use your ability or not. Well, I guess you could still use it if you don't trust your teammates. So yeah, we're not gonna make this, unfortunately. A little bit unlucky. I don't know if she was predicting. I don't know if that was unluckiness or was she just predicting me to not vault. That's what I hate about what's it called? About Sculptor. That's what's so frustrating about Sculptor. Is that you never really know, in all honesty. By the way, that was a great example of how you cannot vault the window. You can't vault the window when after you just use an illusion. Where is she? She's right there. Okay, we got her to waste her thingy. She can probably see me though, is the thing. I bet you she can see me too. I should have gone more around the corner. Let's reverse psychology her. It's kind of this is rough. This is not an easy Kai. So you see how I have to wait there for me to drop that pallet? 'Cause that pallet is so good. Obviously, I'm gonna drop that pallet. Because now if I don't drop it, you know, if you don't drop Paltic and Sculptor, she can block them later on, and then you can't even walk through them at all. So that way it's better to drop him ahead of time. That way you can at least get a boost out of it. Okay, unfortunately she does go down there. We'll try to force her to use at least 2 statues to try to find me here. That's going to help the kite out a lot if we can get 2 statues out just by her using it to try to find me. Okay, she did use some there, but I think it was out of the Harpy range, so it just didn't go anywhere. If it's outside of Harpy range, then it doesn't really show you where the survivor is. Okay, looks like she's just going to go and pick up. She might warp immediately back, and maybe this is like bait, but no. Very curious here. I don't want to get Tinnitus too early. She's obviously going to check. She's going to use Chisel to see if I'm nearby. Okay, she's going to use statues, and if she doesn't get anything, she might choose not to leave. I do see her shadow, and she is going back to chair. Yeah, I do see her. But she's going to get Tinnitus right about now. I need to back off a little bit. She's probably going to waste another statue trying to find me. Because she probably got Tinnitus right. I know I didn't get a Harpy, but Tinnitus is 36 meters, and Harpy is 32 meters. So there is a slight moment where you can get Tinnitus without getting a Harpy. Sorry, Hunter gets Tinnitus, but you don't get a Harpy. Okay, you guys just saw she used a statue there at Shack again. I mean, the Hunter's getting scared. The Hunter definitely got scared there, picked up the Journalist. They're like, okay, I'm just going to get this at least the win here. Maybe because they were scared. Maybe because the game was taking too long. We do need to touch a Cypher machine, though. Oh, no, we already got crows. Too bad. Hopefully Dungeon is here. If Dungeon is here, then we'll be fine. But if Dungeon is not here, then it doesn't really matter. Okay, we have not a whole lot to do there. Alright, guys. Strategic map placement. This will help us greatly. Ugh, that was so sad. Yeah, we are gonna die here. This is full presence at this point. There's no dungeon! It's GG. It's a wrap. We can surrender. Alright. Too bad. I mean, it was only a 2 in 5 chance, you know. Dungeon is, I didn't check Shack. I don't think we can check Shack, because the moment we check Shack, she's going to keep checking it herself to see if anyone's nearby. She'll see that someone's nearby, she'll start walking towards that direction, so. Can't really afford to do that. But we can check the other 2 spots. Unfortunately, nothing there. Yo! Chest opening speed for Lucky Guy increased to 100%, and the animation to open the chest is faster. Thank you. 2 magic staffs can be obtained per chest. So the Magician Illusion is actually good for Lucky Guy because you get 2 now. The chance to wish for your lucky box is 100% now. Oh my god. Do they watch my streams? Because this is exactly what I wished for. Thank you. If the wish, Lucky Guy's wishing it. If the wish fails, the user will only obtain an item from the 50% chance category. Okay, so there are a couple items where it's 100%. Oh my god! So that means if you don't want a syringe, syringe is always 100%, guys. So that way, if you don't wish for a syringe, you will never get a syringe now. I'm gonna translate that buff for you guys. It says that the user will only obtain an item from the 50% chance category. There's items where you always have a 100% chance if you wish for it, okay? But if you don't wish for it and you wish for something else, you still have a chance of getting that 100% chance item. So a syringe is 100%. You might wish for elbow pads, you could get a syringe. Now that it's only 50% chance items, you will never get a syringe when you don't want a syringe. Thank you, devs. That was like the only item that really mattered getting a 100% chance for. Oh man, wow, what a great buff. We should do a Lucky Guy stream after that. Hey Psyche, which device are you using to play IDV? Because the gameplay and graphic is so smooth. Thank you. Part of it could be that maybe other streamers don't have as good of a capture card. This is the capture card that I use, Elgato. So maybe when streamers play, they actually do have good frames. It's just on stream it looks terrible because they might be using something cheap. This was $120 back before. I think this was after COVID happened, but inflation didn't start immediately after COVID, so I bet you it's more expensive nowadays. For the actual device, though, maybe people do have lower quality devices and they're not sure what is good for playing the game on. It sounds so bad, but really iPads are the best way to play games because they are, you know, more capable of running these higher graphics games. I understand a lot of people are not really tempted to buy an iPad because it's not practical. Again, if you only use iPad to play games, and unless you're always playing games or spend a lot of time on it, maybe you do work on your iPad, it's not really worth it to get iPad for most people. You rather just get a laptop at that point. But yeah, I do use an iPad, and I do feel iPad is better than phone. It drains your battery a lot less, which I find for phone, you know, you take your phone places, it's very important that you have your good battery life. Always lasting as long as possible before you replace your phone. An i95 drains a lot of battery. The more you charge your phone, I'm sure the more the battery gets damaged over time, especially if you remove your charger before it reaches 100%. That damages the battery as well, apparently. I don't know, that's what it told me. That's what Apple says on my phone when it's like recommending me, like, don't take out your charger until it's 100%. So yeah, I would say little stuff like that is important to know. But also, again, like i95, sometimes you can't help it. You know, your battery gets drained a lot with phone. So if you have a device and you play i95, I don't know, every day, it might be worth getting like iPad mini. Because I'm sure those will still run the game well. I forgot who got an iPad mini. I think Ellie got an iPad mini. I'll have to ask him if that actually ended up being a good quality purchase for him, if it was better. I think it was. I did watch some streams. It's hard to tell when he's using the iPad mini versus the phone. Sometimes he switches between them. But you can get an iPad mini. That's definitely cheaper than what I have. I have an iPad Pro. Not the biggest one. That biggest one you could get is like 13 inches back when I got this one. This is, I think it's an 11-inch. So slightly smaller than the biggest one. A little bit bigger than the iPads back then a couple years ago, the average iPad size. So slightly bigger, but not that much bigger. It doesn't have a home button though, which I really hate. But I think we're past that point now. I think most people are past the home button stage. But yeah, iPad Pro. It might not be 11 inch. It might be like 10.7 inch or 10.8 inch. It's between 10.5 and 11, something like that. Oh, actually, it might be 10.5. Now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, it's probably 10.5. But yeah, iPad Pro 10.5. That's what I'm using to play. Been using it ever since my old one doesn't really charge anymore. I bet you I could get it repaired because it's just an issue. It is a very old iPad, but it's great. It still works fine. Yeah, the battery isn't amazing, but I mean, dude, you're anyway using iPads at home. The only issue with my old iPad, why I stopped using that one, is because I would put my charger in and it would never charge. I guess the charger port widened enough over time that it just doesn't recognize it anymore. It also uses the old charger, the old Apple chargers. I prefer that Apple charger as well though, because it's just easier to take out. Though this one might be better for, well, right as I say that actually disconnects. I said it's more secure. Whoa, 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 whoa! Why is that sound happening? Okay, right as I mentioned something. Oh, and my Game Boy is broken. Why does that happen? I don't understand. Anyway, as I was saying, on paper, it's more secure, guys, right? Harder to fall out, I guess. You know, harder to accidentally pull out. Probably. Pull out game. Practice your pull out game. No, don't. Never practice that. Don't do that. Let's try to fix this. Okay. So yeah, iPad Pro. Pretty good, but yeah, maybe iPad mini might be a better fit for some people. It's always such a pain trying to remember because it doesn't perfectly fit the screen, so I have to slightly shorten the sides and then I can size up. Okay, we need one more cipher. Does anyone remember? Can someone tell me where their last cipher was? We surely have a last cipher, right? Surely we have a last cipher. Someone help me out here. 24%. Okay, so Blake found it. Oh, by the way, someone on stream a couple weeks ago told me that because I mentioned, like, how come I can't see where people ping anymore? Wait, did you just lose your target? You lost your target. Good job, Psych. You got hit through the pallet. Good thing it doesn't really matter. Oh no! Well, now it does matter because now I can't rescue. Bro, I swear, man. At least I was by a pal. These people just decoding the cyber machine, just getting hit right on it. Like, excuse me? Why are we taking hits like that? He's obviously gonna pressure though. Wait, they're double healing? Oh no, they're double healing. I gotta pressure. Force him to go backwards. Ooh, I hate this. I should have gone backwards. No! Why is forward leaving the cypher? I got you, homie. I got you. We gotta work together on the cypher now. Do we? If he knocks one of us down. No, no, no. Why are you leaving me? What is the game sense of my teammate right now? Why did you leave? The cypher's prime. Why are you leaving it? I used the speed bonus just to help us pop the cypher so that she doesn't die immediately after we pop. At least she gets excitement now. I don't know. Why? That just made it so much more complicated than it had to be. Besides just taking a free hit earlier. I don't understand that. Alright. Well, I guess we gotta do with the cards we're dealt with sometimes. We're gonna try to open this gate. We did get excitement out at least. Sometimes you just gotta deal with the cards you dealt with. Help me? Dude, I need help right now. I need help from my randoms. 0%, 20%, 32%. Yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do at that point. We just needed that cypher bop to be a little bit better. A little bit more. I mean, I guess she's dead on chair, so she didn't want to help out. I don't know. I don't know about that. Once the hunter approaches at that point. I guess I see the idea. I see the idea about it, but I would need someone else to help me then, and no one else is nearby. There were a couple people nearby, but I don't know if they're going to come help us. Oh, that was a little bit sad. A little bit sad that I took that hit. Because then we could have just saved that antiquarian when she took that free hit. Or I swear, man, I gotta save my health. Like, we gotta do these amazing plays for when other people make a mistake, and then we gotta cover for that mistake, man. Played as prisoner last match together. He played prisoner. That's enough knowledge for me. Okay. You've heard iPad Mini is good? Oh, I'm glad people like it. You play with an iPad and playing on your phone is literal torture now. That's exactly why I've never played the game on my phone. I played one game in history, like an actual match, ever on my phone. All the other games have been like, I need to check something in a 1v1. So I bring over my alt account on a different device, and they just stand around while I test something. Otherwise, I don't actually play on my phone. Okay, Lawyer has been... Lawyer is such a... What year was Lawyer good in again? 2024 ban. Who's banning Lawyer? Which one is better between Prisoner and Mechanic? Well, Prisoner is better than Mechanic. Prisoner will at least provide your team with decode, unlike Mechanic where, yeah, on paper, yeah, you sometimes have better decode. Usually you don't. Usually you do not have better decode. Once that robot goes down one time, or once you reach the halfway stage of the game, the Mechanic is just decoding slower than her teammates. And because of the fact that robot already decodes slower than a regular survivor, you're not really making up for the fact that hunters nowadays don't really have that hard of a time to get the first hit in with how strong their abilities have become. So I don't think Mechanic with her main body, it's very hard to get decode going because it doesn't usually take that long to go from 10% faster decode to like 25% reduced decode. So 10 minus 25, you get negative 15% decode. Okay. Which is not the end of the world, but then why is the decoder decoding negative 15% slower, and so is her robot? Her robot is, right now, it's negative 16%, I think. So she makes the robot decode 10% faster when she's using it. So 6% slower than a regular survivor. I don't think it's worth it. It's just not worth it. It's also very difficult to control both your body and the robot. Usually one of you are going to get found pretty early on, and so I'm just not a big fan of it. If only you could control both the robot and the main body. So it would be easier to rotate both away from the hunter. That would be a nice change. But it doesn't seem like they're interested in buffing Mechanic anytime soon, unfortunately. Okay. 32%. How is Decoder slower at decoding? I don't know, man. Mechanic, literally the one survivor who should know machines better than any other survivor on the team is actually probably one of the worst right now. Her whole purpose is just throwaway. Just throw away garbage in tournaments so that way you guys save your better survivors for later. She's also very good against the meta, though. She's good against Goman, Hula Baloo, and against Opera Singer. She can help you guys tie games because she doesn't have any real cyber pressure, so the robot can get some decode in, which is also fine. In reality, in an actual game that you're trying to win, though, Mechanic is just too slow at getting the job done. You have to remember that as a Mechanic, you don't have the best kiting. So a good Mechanic player should be avoiding the Hunter. What does that mean? That means that you're not decoding. That means that while you're not decoding, you're not taking advantage of your 10% faster decode during the one portion of the game that you're guaranteed to have it when everyone is healthy. By the time you guys find out who the target is and Mechanic's finished moving around her robot, let's say she even has a Cypher ready for herself after someone immediately starts getting chased. She might get like 20-30% in and then someone's going to get injured. And then now you have a Cypher that's being decoded 15% slower. That's just one person injured, guys. That's just one person. Now the robot will have some progress, yes, but it's constantly being slower than a regular survivor. And that robot also... free hit. Unfortunately. Oh, it took away the leech. You know, it's okay. I'll take that. You know what? I guess she hit the chair. Dude, she wasn't even facing the chair. How did she hit the chair? But anyway. But, as I was saying, I guess one less leech to work with. But anyway, as I was saying, Mechanic, you know, early game, you're going to get some faster decode. After that, it's going to be slower. The robot will hopefully have some progress already. But remember that your robot is also very fragile. If the robot dies even one time, you cannot finish a full Cypher with it. Unless you drop the next robot right in front of a Cypher and you don't walk around with it at all. Okay, and then it is possible. Oh god, that person's gonna get leashed on. Well, we're in trouble. Come here boy. Come here, Blake. We gotta heal up. I probably would not have gone for that basin rescue. You know, why are you going there? Oh. Suddenly, it all makes sense. I love when people go for early swings. We're in so much trouble because this area has no pallets to combine with my illusion. Okay, she thinks I'm still sticking around. I'm fine with that. Okay, that's cool. I mean, hey, every once in a while, part of Magician is just the surprise factor. So you know what? I'll take it. It's not. You shouldn't rely on it. But hey, every once in a while, it'll bail you. And you know what? Part of Magician. That's part of why I just find him so annoying. And when I play Hunter, I find Magician so annoying because even when he's out in the open, there's always a chance he can escape because you don't have enough time to quickly look around and see where he's going. The tracks gradually like show up. When you're playing Hunter, they don't immediately pop up into existence. They like fade in and then they fade out. So when a survivor runs, they fade in. They take like a second and a half to fade in before you notice, oh, he was here. But by the time you notice the footsteps are here, the next footsteps are already fading in. Sometimes you can connect the footsteps together and be like, oh, these are starting to fade in. He probably went in that direction next. But what if he went backwards and now they're fading behind you? Like they're fading into existence behind you. Please don't pop your Cypher. Okay, good. Thank goodness. I was so scared he was going to pop the Cypher. Okay, so we could take a direct route to the chair, but if we do that, we're probably going to get cut off from far because she knows we just popped that Cypher. We have to take an indirect route, and hopefully she still doesn't find us. It does mean it's going to be after half, but it's better than not getting the rescue at all, which is what's going to happen if we take a direct route. You see? You see? You see? Look at that heartbeat. That heartbeat is sketchy. And it was right there, right in that area. Now, of course, we still might not make it, because if she sniffs out that we're coming from this direction, then we still might be in trouble. Come on. We got to take a direct line at this point, because we're going to get hit. Okay, dungeon. Pretty clean rescue. Very difficult as Magician, honestly, to make that. 40% speed bonus helps, sometimes. We don't want to kite towards the gate right now. Fire Investigator's lead should move out of the way right here. Please move. Thank you, it started moving. Perfect. Am I ready for a blink? No, I pressed it! Ah, too bad. We could have lived. I was so prepared for a... Well, we probably would have gotten a leech and we still needed time to open the gates. The thing is, by going down there, now I think Blake might get blinked on. This is really bad because he still has his leech. He didn't remove his leech. Oh, he just took a free hit. That wasn't even blink hit. Blake, what are you doing, man? Imagine she didn't even have a blink and he just went down there. Oh my god. I wouldn't try it, man. He can jump over this barrel right here. I don't know if he knows. He probably knows about it. It's not going to help that much, though. So, he's just pressuring right now. It means that the fire investigator is going to be able to pick himself. Oh, God. He wasn't aware. I didn't see him either, to be fair. Yeah, that was a good play from the hunter. Damn it, man. All that work. What a good rescue. Getting the blink out. It means that all other blinks should be 20 seconds longer cooldown too. So if she didn't already have it, it's going to be even longer. Just for that free hit to happen. Yeah, I don't understand why he also didn't start removing his leech ASAP. I understand he needs to run away first so that the leech is not on me. But why didn't he immediately start removing that leech? Maybe he tried to and he was like 80%. I like playing Anne versus Magician, even though there are ways to get around her cat, but now they're making it so the cat's bite illusion. Yeah, really nice change for Magician. I really like that. Obviously, Magician stocks just went up. It's telling me that the controls here changed. Oh, it's saying something is different. I guess I'm... Oh, there we go. We found it. I was going to say we're going to have a fun time trying to find it later, trying to remove that red dot. When enabled, the vertical effect will be reversed. No, thank you. Dude, oh god. Is this going to be like a challenge stream at this point? Reversing the directions of the bow so that up is down and down is up. Dude, they added this just for streamers. No one is using that. Who is using that? I bet you the people who are using that are like people who've gotten used to using max and like scrolling up scrolls you down. It is so confusing. It is so confusing in my head. It makes no sense. Okay, anyway. My school used to have max in my high school. And it would always be so confusing. Like, I would always try to scroll up and I'm going down. Alright. I think we'll get one more game in. We're actually not getting a match immediately. Or people... Is IDV stock going down? IDV stock's going down, guys. It's over for IDV. Stock market's crashing. IDV is not getting that stock revenue going. Hey, Magician stocks are going good though. She was playable again for 2 seconds. She was never playable. She was only playable in tournaments. Just because you see people use her in rank does not mean she's good. She was not good. She was very hard to win games with. Every single time we have a mechanic on the team, she is very hard to win games with. She can help you guys tie games, but very often our teammates are not good enough to know the game sense with where to drop the robot, how to kite well with mechanic without taking free hits. You know, the bare minimum of at least getting the abilities out. Knowing where to kite is another thing. And even if you get all those things right, and rotation, avoiding the hunter, making sure your robot doesn't die, and you don't get caught out in a bad area at the same time. Even if you do all those things, that also costs you time though. And so, usually you are going to get chased, so it is better to do that than to not do anything. But almost always, between the time it takes to walk with your robot and the time it takes to walk with your main body, you might even bump into other people's ciphers because there's so many people trying to get on ciphers. One of them is blocked. There's another 3 people trying to get their own cipher, you know, as well. It's a very rough time with mechanic. It requires a lot of communication, even with proper communication, not running into anyone's ciphers. Mechanic still decodes 6% slower than their bot. She does decode 10% faster at the start of the match, but that doesn't last very long, especially when people may not know how to kite, so they may be taking early hits. Also, even if they know what they're doing, honestly, hunters have become a lot stronger nowadays. Maybe people, you know, are still practicing that not every area works. You know, back then, almost any area really worked against something like Geisha, as long as you knew how to tight kite. Especially because back then, also, she couldn't put butterflies. She can only dash on you. It's a lot more difficult nowadays because you got to choose your area wisely. That's why I'm saying it would be nice if we could see who the hunter is when the match starts, because I can already think about where I want to kite ahead of time. And, you know, I'm going to corner house right now, but if it's a Geisha, this is a really bad place to be. Because she'll easily dash over this first pallet. Gamekeeper. Oh, okay, so Terror Shock at the window. That sucks. She got Terror Shock hooked at the window and then basically. Okay. This is going to be our last game, guys. This is how we end the stream. Hula got nerfed hard. Let's see about that, because the last time they nerfed Hula Blue, they added a 0.3 second slowdown for all effects. Okay, like, I'm laughing here. Let's see. Oh, Joseph only sent me the survivor changes. Okay. Well, I guess I'll find out later. Dude, he better get nerfed hard. I could think of, like I said on my streams, I could think of 5 ways to nerf him, and he would still be an above average hunter. But right now, he is through the roof, overpowered. Let's see the patient buff. Man, there's so many survivors that we need to try out after the stream. I'm so excited to play at any 5 again. Because I'm not going to lie. Look, I love the concept of the game. That is why I'm still here. But I'm not going to lie. When they actually change the game up, it makes me so inspired to think of new strategies. It allows me to think out of the box. And sometimes those strategies that encourage me to think out of the box because I'm learning something new now made me learn something new that can be used for all survivors. So I'm like, wait a second. I'm using this strategy for, I don't know, patient. But maybe I can reuse the same strategy for something like acrobat of using my abilities ahead of time. Even though I may not need it in the moment, it is going to greatly help me later on, where later on I may not have a chance to use it. And concepts like that where, you know, ingrained with Magician and Perfumer, where it's like you very much do not want to do that because your reactions are very, your abilities are very reaction based. But with Patient and Acrobat, you want to think ahead of time. You need to be thinking ahead of the schedule. And so something like Patient is a lot harder to play because it's not just thinking ahead of time. It's thinking exactly where you want to be at the right time, right as you need it. Sometimes you're not going to be at the right time at the right place, but you still need to use your hook anyway because you might not get a better chance later. That's what these other survivors teach. And then you're like, okay, I can reapply these strategies to like Acrobat. And it helps you play these other characters that I was already playing, I would say, well, even better. And so that's why I love it when they frequently, preferably, change the game, because then I go back to play the hunter side for the buffs they did. I'm like, okay, how has the hunter side changed? How can I change my survivor gameplay to deal with that, you know? And always adapting, always strategizing. That's what makes the game fun for me. The concept, I love the concept of the game, but the actual strategy of changing your strategy, of learning new things, is really encouraged when they change the current existing survivors. And so a lot of people are in the middle of learning that stuff. That's why they don't want balance changes. That's why balance changes like changing Mercenary or very existing strong survivors that have already been good for a while. Changing them can be controversial because people have spent a lot of time learning them and they're not really interested in spending a lot of time learning something else. I feel like where a lot of people miss out on and forget about is that your strategies in your knowledge that you learned on Mercenary is not in vain. Everything you learn on Mercenary, even if he gets nerfed, your rescue skills are not in vain because you can reapply those skills on another survivor. As long as you're not dead focused, oh, I need an elbow pad, how am I going to make this rescue if I'm not exactly Mercenary? As long as you change your mindset and be less about I need an elbow pad and more about I need an ability and like changing that mindset, then realizing that any ability can actually do the job as a rescuer. Most rescuers can actually do the job with their ability, and that's what makes it wow. The Night Shield getting so much value there, by the way, because he swung at it. Okay, we're in trouble. I'm not gonna lie, we're in trouble. This is a horrible area against Gamekeeper. No! Ah, too bad. Hopefully he'll go on cooldown on his hook. It's 4 seconds, though. I don't think he'll be on time. 4, 3, 2... Yeah, it's not going to be on time. He's waiting for Flywheel. We need a pallet boost here desperately. I still don't know if it's going to be enough to reach the next kiting area, honestly. His hook comes back quick. 14 seconds is how long it takes. We did remove this trap ahead of time. Guys, I'm telling you. No, he just went for such a risky hook like that. I was thinking about maybe I should go sideways, but he's probably not going to hook like that. He's probably just going to walk around. I can't believe he went for that. Maybe knowing my opponent, like what skill level I'm going against would help out. It's so rough doing, like, trying to do rebound kites is not only hard because they have better chase abilities, but also, I don't know, like, my level of opponents. And when they have all these abilities, I don't know what type of hunter they are to use their ability. But when you do the first starting kite, they don't have a lot of options. You can kind of, like, test the waters a little bit without it being so dangerous to test. At least now we know that this hunter seems to be, like, willy-nilly using his hook. Because if I just dodge out the way, literally he would have connected to the wall behind the window, pushed himself into the window, and then I still have my window boost to then go straight forward ahead. Please click escape, please click escape, please click escape in the settings. Settings! No, he doesn't know, just press that button. Oh, God damn these people. I mean, that's a really smart play from the gamekeeper, but oh my god, if the survivor just knew what to do in that situation, there's no reason he should fail that. Oh. That's not a foolproof strategy, guys. All he has to do is go in settings and press escape. That's all he had to do. Instead of wasting his ability and doing all that stuff. Again, like, I will say that was a very smart play from that hunter. Very smart play from that hunter, and unfortunately, our survivors are just not at that level as that hunter. So this is probably the type of hunter who has, like, a 98% win rate because no one can compete with this hunter in our server, unfortunately. Again, really smart plays, but it doesn't seem like the average player is going to be able to deal with that. I want to check his win rate because that seems like a really smart play. 51%? That seems way too smart for your win rate. Okay. That could have been totally avoided. We should have been able to tie that match. All he had to do was just go ahead and press escape in the settings. That's all he had to do. And it just frees you. Oh, that's so annoying. Yeah, just use escape in settings. Freeze you. Yeah, I didn't know either, but you can just... He had full health, so he had time to click escape and make the rescue still. Ability block, so he couldn't do that? Okay, like, to be fair, who's expecting that? Psyche ranting time! That trick appeared a long time ago, even in tournament. It's so stupid that that kind of stuff exists, but, you know... You gotta react to it in time. Some people are just not ready for it. Dude, I gotta... There's like a little bit of slimness left. Okay. You didn't know about the escaping? Yeah, so anytime you're trapped in a corner and a hunter has you body blocked, that's also, by the way, that's also why you should never stand in the corner of a Cypher machine. If you guys have the Cypher Prime, then, like, I don't know, let's say the Cypher's right here, right? And you're standing right here. The hunter could body block you, like, not even, like, next to a corner like this, just out in the open. Like right there, and if you're on the side right here on the edge, on the corner, the hunter can then follow you into the corner and start hitting you, and you will not be able to escape. So that's another reason why, that's another situation where you should be careful with the body blocking. It is a very real thing. And it happens every once in a while. You just gotta memorize where the escape button is. It used to be like a button you could press here, just like this download button right here. It used to be like escape right there, but now it exists down here. Always in the middle side, yeah. Again, that unfortunately that happened. You know, it's gonna happen with that chair with Gamekeeper. It seems like, but you just gotta press escape. You know, it's a learning experience. You know, it happens to everyone. Where you're like, oh no, where's escape? Where's escape? And you don't know where escape is. Sometimes you might not know escape exists. That you can do that. Blake's room is super rich, is it? There's just a bunch of stuff you can buy with clues, to be fair. Goddamn, Blake, you sending me text over here? Paragraphs. I meant if you were doing one with Miki, no. We can do one. Man, I'm telling you, we can do one, so go ahead and do one. Come on. It'll lag you out as the usual. Why are you asking that? Alright. Gamekeeper said easiest night of his life. That's really sad. Yeah, it's probably gonna. He probably pulls it off consistently. If people don't know about escape, you're just dead. Oh. No quicks. Sorry. That was such a sad way to lose that match. Starting off with that Terror Shock too, and we actually pulled that back. Actually pulled that back with that really good Night Rescue and then the teleport, and he wasn't able to really get a fast kill. It wasn't as long as I was hoping for, because he just went for that really risky hook. I don't know, maybe it wasn't risky at all. I mean, I knew in my head he can go for it. I'm just thinking he's probably not going to go for it. Sad way to lose the last match, but not the end of the world. Again, it happens. In the moment, I was really annoyed. But it's gonna happen. Like, you look back, it's happened to everyone. Seki, I can go with you to duo hunter match if you want. No, that's okay, Joseph. I only said that because I thought they were asking. And so I'm like, okay, I'll do one since you're asking. But no, that's not even what they were asking for. I don't even want to do quick survivors. The problem with survivors is that for me to have fun as Survivor, I want the whole team to be doing good. Well, last game we had, we were getting Terror Shock to start the match. Like, great. Okay, now we're working from behind. Like, I'm used to working from behind. Okay, I guess that's my job at this point, right? But don't take that out of context. But basically, it's just that's how it is. You know, and even in a ring match, it's difficult. It's difficult to pull matches back. I guess it's always like a fun challenge, seeing if you can pull the game back. I'm so used to it. I'm so tired of it at this point. Like, I just want a good start, you know. Can we just have a good start? Let's just all chill, you know. Show how good our skill is, not getting Terror Shock immediately. To be fair, she probably didn't know it was a gamekeeper. Reminds you of when Miki got triple studs for South Chickens and basically cat hit another cat. Okay. We'll do one hunter match to wrap things up, because that was an awful match. Like, what is that? Why are we ending on matches like that? Okay. Too bad. Alright, guys. Barmaid Doctor's too OP. Too OP needs to be stopped. That Gamekeeper's how I feel after Terror Shocking Rescue. I was trying to watch. That was probably even a better feeling. Okay. What have I not played? You know, I say that, what have I not played in a while, but there's a reason I haven't played those characters in a while. I don't want to play them. Please promise to lock in this time. Any beefs? Any beefs? Does anyone want to go thief? No thieves? Okay then. Don't listen to him, you hate for songs. I don't know, Miki. I don't know what you're doing. It's okay, Miki. Whatever happened to you, I'm sure it wasn't as bad as that night. You know what? Actually, though, the night is more understandable. Roasting Miki. The night, dude, you, Miki. Still though, you should go see what happened in the night. Literally, it was 12 minutes ago on the stream. When it says -12, go to where it says -12 when I was on chair. It's gonna be so sad. We're gonna get depression from it. Oh, you dropped it really. Okay, where do you go? Oh, there you go. Just as I expected. Let's go. Oh, she's just dropping me. No! God damn it, man. Oh, that's even better for me. Alright, we got a PAL recording out of that, and... Oh, she's still going for it. Why is she waiting? Oh! Oh, man. Oh, no, guys. The best paladin Identity 5. She's using it. I'm trying to swing in case she, like, tries to... In case she tries to portal. Oh, we got her. Body blocking. Body blocking. Oh, I don't think we're gonna get this hit. Oh, we do. Let's go, Impulsive. Impulsive's OP! Good job, Impulsive. That 8% movement speed? Let's go. Oh, he popped the Cypher. Oh, well. Guess we're gonna have to stop a different one. Oops, I didn't mean to check that. Oh, well, I guess that one popped anyway as well. Okay, a little bit of a bad start, I will say. Have to be a little bit careful because I don't want to give my face for free to this painter. I want to be a little bit careful here at least. You know, is someone else rescuing here? I don't really understand why he's not going for it. Okay. Checking him. Oh, man, some of these people, like, just do not care. Like, these people do... Oh, no! He walked out the way! That's so sad. Okay, we still got him. Or her. These people, man, you're watching them with Clark and they just do not care. They literally do not care. Okay, I don't really want to use my warp on him. Because if I use my warp on him, he's just going to speed away immediately and it's not going to be a very valuable warp. I would love to get full presence so that this pallet drop is a little bit better. Because right now it's on a delay because I didn't end the recording immediately. The last time that someone dropped a pallet, that is. You know what? Let's just go after her. She's in a pretty good spot for us. Is she? Is she in a good spot? I think so. Man, these people, man, they just do not care. Nice, nice. Let's go, Impulsive. Why is Impulsive taking over? No! Excitement. And we can also walk through for free now. Double value. I don't know if that was worth it, though. I mean, we are Clerk. We do have good map pressure, and there's a painter. Nice! We actually canceled it. It wastes it. That does count as using a painting, by the way. Nice. That was really good. No good chair, unfortunately. But this is okay. Okay, she's trying to heal. We gotta stop that ASAP. No free heals. This is why I'm not really a big fan of Meteorologist with the heal aspect. I think on paper it seems really cool, but in reality, even Clerk is making this distance. Look at this. This is crazy. Okay, she'll make the heal. Oh my god, is she? She made the heal, but it was so expensive. You know how much ability that took? That took a lot of ability. Yo, end the recording, please. It's so expensive to do that. Just to go down in the end as well. I mean, we're a clerk, so it is pretty easy to just follow up with a recording on you if you use any of these pallets. And we also have pressure on the composer having to rescue. That was perfect, because composer has to rescue. But it also frees us up to chase meteorologist. You know, so no decode is happening anyway. So either way, we're getting a win here. So we're constantly putting pressure on them. That is the goal of Hunter, to constantly be putting pressure on the survivors in a way where none of them is able to consistently get good decode nor real free rescues. Obviously, we don't want this half-health painter to make a rescue here, so we're going to try to protect him. And that way, that's multiple people not decoding now. In fact, that's a free hit. So I guess now it's fine if he rescues, because we did get something out of it. He might even drop his painting here, and it won't even matter. And Meteorologist is technically the one. It doesn't really matter who we go after right now. We are playing Clerk. We can slow it on any cipher we want. Put pressure. Have health people. If they want to rescue this, they have to rescue together. And so again, that goes back to the theory of not being able to decode. If they want to go for this rescue, they need to sacrifice something. They could either sacrifice a whole player or they could sacrifice their decode. Both are good for me. So in this situation, we probably could have gone for the meteorologist and immediately knocked her down. It doesn't really matter in all honesty. If anything, this might be better for like a late game situation to just have someone immediately dead on chair if we need to. But we will see. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to press the wrong button. Anyway, we have a lot of recordings. And I guess we could use some of these recordings. We don't need the decode one, obviously. So we could chair her. There's not really a need to, though. We can honestly get the 4K here. We even got that faster attack recovery because he was nearby her when she went down. So that's really nice. Okay, he does have pallet speed boost. That's a really good trait to have. Good builds. He's running the right survivor builds. Good. Okay. A little bit of lag there. Oh, did he just run right past me? These survivors, man. These survivors are like a different breed. Like, what is that logic? It's such a bad play. Unfortunately, Excitement's not going to do anything. I guess it could prevent a pallet stun. But yeah, these windows are going to be really tough for Clerk now to deal with. Especially because he gets window boost from them every time as well. Man, window boost is such a strong trait. We can slow him down here one more time. Okay, he's not even going for it. Ah, the speed boost. It is so good. You see how that window boost and the pallet boost help him reach his next speed boost? Like, that is the strength of broken windows. It just helps you reach your next ability. Unfortunately, oh, that's in the wrong direction right now. It just helps you so much, unfortunately. It's very difficult to deal with. Especially as Clerk. Oh, I feel so evil right now as playing Clerk with that hitbox. Know your hitbox, fellas. Know your hitbox. It changes games when you know your hitbox. Look at this pallet boost. Look how stupid it is. I hate it. It is so annoying. Huh? What? It was reverse. I put reverse. I'm so confused. To pick up the pallet. I'm very confused. Whatever. What? What is wrong? What am I doing wrong right now? It's reverse, right? I don't understand why that's not working. Why did it not pick up? I'm so confused. Why? Why did that not pick up? I'm so confused. Bro's playing his vaulting recording in reverse. Those were vaulting recordings? Those were pickup recordings, guys. Guys, that was a pickup recording. That was a pickup recording. That was not a vaulting recording. As your composer put him in Call Abyss. I was just playing bad. Why was that not picking up? Whatever. We'll come back for round 2. Where is the meteorologist could be opening chest right now. She is a survivor who could get chest. Which does make it a little bit easier to find her. Because then we just walk in the direction of chests. Oh, I love survivors who can pick up items because every single person just goes out and picks up items and it's so easy to find them now. Okay. Round 2, Composer. Those were not, guys. I guess I'll have to check back on the stream and see what was going on there. This was in reverse. It's picking up. Pick up is in reverse. If I want to pick up a pallet, forward is drop a pallet, reverse is pick up a pallet. So I don't really understand what was going on there. Oh, I see him. There he is. Someone replayed it in 0.5 speed. Did I like not put it on the pallet close enough? I don't get it. Oh, you're going for that. Oh, too bad. I was hoping we'd hit her and he would stay recorded. I guess we got plenty of recordings though. Man, is there like a... Can you immediately cancel the recording? Because the animation kind of stops you. Yeah, the body block is really tragic. You didn't have to watch the whole game. What was going wrong? Why was the recording not working? So, we are in forward right now. I'm checking. Yeah, I don't really understand what was going wrong there. Reverse is picking up. Reverse is literally picking up. If you keep it forward, I don't understand what's going on there. Those are 2 separate recordings. Ugh. And no, you don't have to record the full drop animation. If you record any part of the drop animation, it does count as picking up the powder dropping it. I mean, I think so at least, right? Maybe... I know it for the fact for dropping. I mean, no, why am I doubting myself? I know this is the case. I've seen it enough times. I don't really understand why it was not working there. How was it not picking up? I don't know. I don't know, guys. Broken Windows is very good, though, I will say. Very good trick. It helps, it stalls out the hunter, helps you reach areas that are good against the hunter. Like his boosts were helping him reach windows, which are good against Clerk. There was that one time where he ran right next to me, and it's like, what is he doing? That's the whole reason that started happening. Which was really annoying. Maybe I should start doing that. Like, run right past the hunter. If I already know I got mind game, just run right past him, hope they keep looking at the wall. There might be something there. Yeah, the composer didn't deserve that. Composer did not deserve that kite. Had I just noticed that he ran right past me, we would have gotten a hit on him way sooner, and then that first hit would have led into a second, and he wouldn't have had that first hit to work with to reach into that area and do all that stuff. Honestly, he should have been dead even sooner. I just wasn't using the recordings. I didn't want to use the recordings. I'm like, these recordings are so valuable. Like, this powder area sucks. Do I really have to use it? So eventually I'm like, okay, let's just use it. And then it's still not working. So, I don't know. I already play a lot of Go Man Skeletor. That's what we're taking. That guy does not deserve the credit. He should have taken a free hit. Oh, someone's immediately dropping pellets. Was that a... Did he use a... What was that? Did he also use a boost? I don't know. We'll see. Okay. We'll take the free hit. No, he's going backwards. Oh, too bad I didn't get the recording then. Oh wait, we can still slow down. This is Deco! It's Vol, I mean. Oops. It just ended it for me. It ended the recording for me because he already died. I just wasted a recording. Releasing composers and it's like. Yeah, are these people like gonna get on the cipher if I actually look at them? Like no one gets off the cipher. Like normally this should be like 6 seconds of free not decoding. Of just someone not having. He's still decoding, by the way, guys. All right, I guess we lose. I guess he's willing to lose 20% on the cipher now. That's fine with me. Well, he's gonna use an owl here. Oh, you used a drink. You think you're getting that for free? Where's your flywheel? Boom. Man thinks he's getting that for free. We are missing these free heads. No, I mean, he was in my face. He was in my face right there. Wait, did he just do the whole cipher machine again, guys? Yeah, he did the whole cipher machine again. The recording is still playing. He just did the whole recording again. I wonder how much he's lost already with that. I'm very curious if they're healing up there. They might actually be healing up there, honestly. No, well, actually, no, they're not, because Ginger is right here. These flywheels are not cooking today. She's still gonna go for it? You madman. She's still going for it. Are you gonna get off this time? Okay, I guess not. I guess you don't want to get off. This is crazy. Oh, we got off this time. Probably to rescue, though, if I'm being honest. Okay. Well, this is not a very good match. What is this match? That cipher is still not shaking. So where did this seer go? Where did this man go? I wonder. Oh, Barmy was not dead. Did I leave the Barmy? I'm so busy. Oh my god. That's my bad. I thought I already killed the Barmy. Alright, we gotta focus in. I gotta focus in. Because I just left the Barmy for no reason. Hold up. What am I doing? Why is my cipher taking so long? I know, right? Why is Novel's cipher taking so long? Alright, guys. This is just... We're just trolling around at this point. These survivors are not... We're not taking these guys seriously at this point. Oh, someone was on that cipher. Prevent my face? Well, it doesn't really matter. Oh, he doesn't have window boost. You see how bad not having window boost is? He's just stuck in this area now. I thought he was about to take a window boost to the 2 pallets right there. Well, I guess we're playing the long game now, because I'm bad at paying attention. This novice is like wondering, like, why is my server at 50%? Right. No server is shaking right now. We could check Shack. Could be an area where they were at. Which one is the novice? Oh, let's save it actually. I want to save it. You guys hear how much decode that server is losing? Wait, Enchantress is also just straight up decoding? Guys, the Enchantress is also just straight up decoding. No one cares apparently. Literally no one cares. Why is no one caring about the recording? No one knows what it does? You taught the composer at Psyche 1v1. Okay, at that moment we decided to pull out the honestly, Clerk will do fine too, though. Clerk will also be fine. And they're really committed to this rescue. Someone's decoding that. Give me that full decode. Let's go. Terror Shock time. Terror Shock. She just went for it. Look at how valuable Flywheel is, guys. Wow, it prevented a hit. Man, if only it actually helped him stay alive afterwards too. Anyway. Flywheel value, right, guys? Wait, she's still decoding it? Okay, she finally learned her lesson. Finally, right? Barmaid, you gotta be here somewhere. I know you're chilling here. You're chilling behind here, man. I should probably, like, actually chase someone. Because she's anyway full health. Let's go after an easier target. These flywheels, man, they are not cooking with these flywheels. I don't know, man. The stun is going to be pretty good here, I will not lie. It is pretty good there. Dude, I just need to see, like, are these people, like, still decoding the Cyber Machine? Okay, I think he actually got off this time. This time he got off. Okay, but they're still not predicting after the pickup, though. Or, sorry, after the knockdown and before the pickup. We do have a pickup palette now, which is really nice. This is going to be very valuable. Okay. We don't really need to pressure Cybers right now. Like, we're fine. Interesting. Speed drink. Oh, okay. I guess that helps me get out of recovery a little fast. I mean, recovery was anyway going on, so that helps me a little bit. That, like, cancels it out, you know? The stun takes time, but so did my recovery, so... I wasn't keeping an eye on the barmaid. I wish I was keeping an eye on the barmaid. It's whatever. Not the end of the world. Wait, he's just decoding it! These people, man! What is this people doing? I want to just listen to how this progress just goes down. Oh, he really wanted it done. Look at that. Look at that value, guys. Look at that. That was almost primed. 60%. Value, guys. Value. These guys give new meaning to Clark. Cancel it. See, I'm always so scared to flywheel. That was his one chance to get a good flywheel, but still no. He might not have flywheel though. Actually, I can't remember if this guy had flywheel or not. All right. Well, anyway. Juicy pallets to break. I enjoy breaking juicy pallets. Alright. Guess we'll check dungeon. I'm not really interested in getting a 4K this much. Chest? Are you in a chest right now? Why are all these people always in chest? Anyone who can pick up a chest item, just assume they're going towards a chest. It's that easy. It's that easy. Flywheel? 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 Oh, she actually got it this time. Still dead though. Flywheel, guys, so good. I love flywheel. What a great trade. Well, it's really bad against Clerk, honestly. It's really bad against Clerk. That's why you can't run, like, you can't run flywheel over Broken Widows when you don't know who the hunter is. It's just too risky. Broken Widows at least always get some value. Flywheel, they're just matches where it just gets 0 value. It is that bad. Clerk too powerful. Please nerf. Exactly. Clerk is so strong, guys. I mean, why don't people just play Clerk? I mean, you get so much free decoding and just stop. It's like built in abnormal, guys. It's crazy. 1v1 composer. Now we're not 1v1 composer. That's gonna be the stream, guys. Miki, I don't know if you're still here, but if you want, we can play Schedule 1 after stream. But man, I'm tired. We're gonna call it here, guys. That was a stream and a half. I don't know what those guys are doing against Clerk. People just don't play Clerk now, so then no one knows how to counter Clerk. I mean, guys, really? Is this really the world? I mean this is Sabretooth level. I mean, come on. Is it that low? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is. Alright, guys. That's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining along. And yeah, join me every single Monday and Thursday from 20 to 22. I feel so nasally right now. It's hard to breathe, honestly. Anyway, guys. I will see you guys all later. Join the Discord in the description if you want to. I hope that link still works. I don't know if it does. Also, check out the stream Monday and Thursday, 20 to 22 EST time zone, 8 to 10 if you don't speak military time zone. I will see you guys all later. Take care. This has been Psyche. Peace out, everybody. Oh, wait. Let's update the record real quick. 1, 2, 3. All right, guys. Actually, you know, on second thought, maybe we shouldn't have updated the record, but, you know, it's fine. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times. All right, guys. That's the record for today. If you guys enjoyed the stream, be sure to check out more streams like this. Otherwise, I'm out. Peace out. Take care, everybody. Psyche out. Take care, everybody.